It's Sunday. It's 11:19 a.m. I'm artisanmc, and this is Shop Talk Live. Thank you guys for coming through today on the Old Man Day, official Old Man Day. It's not officially the time, but it is officially the day. Like, share, subscribe, support the stream if you feel so inclined. I don't know why this shit is lagging so much, but it's pissing me off. And now I get alerts while I'm live. One second. There we go. The acoustics is better when the door is closed. Yeah, Aquatechy, this was my birthday purchase. I'd actually saw this hat when I was in Vegas. Right, went to the hat store. I think I told you guys about that. Went to the hat store inside Caesar's Palace and was trying on hats, and I found this one. Same style. Found out what size I was in same style. The hat was $500. $500. So I told the guy, since there was a brother in there, I told him I'd be back when I came back to Vegas. I would pick up that hat. Well, I did go back to Vegas for the Sphere opening, but I did not have $500 to spend on a fucking hat, so I didn't buy it. Well, since my move, I found out, since walking around traveling down at the area, there is a hat shop down the street from me. And brother sells black owned business, and he sells hats. And I went in there. I passed it a couple of times because I've walked down there a few times since I moved here. But I went in there yesterday and chatted with the man, chatted with the brother. And sure enough, he had this hat sitting in there. It's the same hat I looked at in Vegas, significantly less, which I understand because it's Vegas and he got a shop in fucking Caesar's Palace. That shit gonna be expensive. So I bought said hat for my birthday and wore it last night to dinner with my mother, my brother, and my mother's on again, off again boyfriend. And we went out to Q1227. If you want to look that up, go ahead, in Q1227 in Roseville, California, and had a very good dinner. Had a very good dinner. Even got to meet Chef Q, which was awesome. Black owned business, thriving. People lined up, have to make reservations to get in there. Full of young black folks having a good time. Young folks, period, having a good time. So I like seeing black folks supporting black folks. So we were in there having a good meal, and I got some compliments on my hat because I thought it was a bougie place. It wasn't a bougie place. It was kind of casual. So I came in there kind of overdressed. Kind of overdressed. I was one of two guys who had on brim hats in there. One was a younger dude. He had on a brown one that I really liked. Only one thing I'm not liking about this one is that tipped up brim. But yes, Aquatechy, very much Run DMC vibes. That's what got me when I saw it in the shop in Vegas. It had that Run DMC vibe, and I'm a big fan of Run DMC. Run DMC was one of the groups that got me into wanting to rap. Serious. So I always give props to that. That's why I started off the stream talking about whose house? Artisan's house. So I might keep all the cross chatting to a minimum. I do like this fucking hat though. Bruno Capello. Got me some Bruno action. And yes, if you read on that motherfucker, it does say extra large. I do have a big ass head. But as some of the more privileged ladies know, all my heads are big. So, since it is birthday. This is my actual birthday, 11/12. So if anybody ever wonders why I try to start the show at 11/12, start it on my birthday. It's easy enough to remember. And since it's my birthday, even though I am not in Maui, which would have afforded me a little bit of different experiences. I've had some interesting ones in the last couple of days. I still have to drink this. This still has to be drank. This is my birthday elixir. This was rejuvenates me every year. This is the Jack Daniel's Sinatra Select. So, $175 worth of whiskey, $175 worth of hat. And I don't brag about prices, but this is some good fucking alcohol. My boy Chris can now attest to, because when Chris and JT came over to hang out last weekend, I got Chris fucked up. We was whiskeying it up, and he was drinking this, and this was too rich for his blood. But he got to drink that shit because it wasn't for me. So it was here. It's chilled. I got my whiskey stones ready to go. I've just let it breathe for about a minute. Shout out to the angry man for not knowing what kind of fucking whiskey he was buying when he bought this shit and poured it on the stream, because I've been drinking that shit since then. And that's why I always give him and Grinch credit, because Grinch told him to get drink some whiskey, and angry man's ass, good bougie thug, went and got the most expensive whiskey he could have and didn't know what he was getting. And I saw that shit and I was like, I ain't even drank that one. What is that? I've had it since then. So this will be a different stream. So on my 50th day, in my 50th year, it's not my 50th day, in my 50th year, I will say this. No, I did not wake up getting sucked down like I wanted to. It happens. But I did wake up with messages on my phone from my daughter, 24 years old, had a long night at work, and was still texting the father in the middle of the night to tell him happy birthday. I did wake up with messages from my son, who turned 30 this year as well, looking at having his first house bought. Both of them college graduates, both of them thriving in life and living their lives, not mine, their lives. Not under my control, but living their lives and living them good, living them well. I got to have a good dinner with my mother and my brother and enjoy who we are as people at this age. And having a couple of good friends around me who were actually empowering my spirit. And for the surprise for 1X, who reached out and said, happy birthday, actually put some effort into doing it. Life has been pretty blessed in this last year, even through several hardships and stuff like that that happened. What up, JT? I see you in here. And I want to appreciate the fact that I am here and that I've had these blessings and I've had the experiences that have made me into the person that I am. Hate or to love it, like it or not, I am who the fuck I am. And I'm not apologizing for that shit to anybody. So get on and get the fuck off. It's very simple. Because my life is going on. It ain't stopping. So with that, I will drink this beautifying elixir, and thank the higher power for my life, and say that I look forward to seeing what happens in this next phase. Because there's only a couple of blocks that are out of place right now, just a couple, and with a little bit of that elbow grease and that gusto, those will happen too. So, peace to y'all. If you got something, drink something, because I am. I ain't even had breakfast yet. That's some good shit. That is some good shit. And JT know. JT know, actually. Make you feel all warm inside, like a good hug. Like you fell out of a good piece. Moist and ready for you. All right, let's see who else is in here while I'm still on my who's house with the hat on, because I just drank that alcohol. So if I start sweating, I'm taking this bitch off. I'm not sweating up my hat. I thought it was funny when I went to the hat shop. Dude gave me this little plastic thing. I'm like, the fuck? He said, yeah, put this on if you want to try on any of the hats. I said, oh, it's a little plastic cap kind of deal. That shit looked stupid when I was trying on the hat. Like, I feel like I got a shower cap do-rag on. What the fuck is this? But I understand the logic of it. I understood the logic of it. It was pretty funny, though. All right, so what else we got? I saw Rainfire up in here. Shout out to, start from the top of the list, do my romper room, around the room. Shout out to Malika Me Bain. He said, peace and love to the Geek Elite family. Happy 50th to you, Artisan. Appreciate you. Malika, you passed 50 already, so I'm trying to catch up, sort of. Swift Battle said, Geek Sunday. Salute to Artisan MC. Appreciate you, Swift. Appreciate you. Toya the Tutor, she said, yay. Appreciate you, BTM. Appreciate you coming through. You lucky. You're fucking lucky. Because my stinger is raised. Shout out to the Aqua Techie. He said the Geek Elite assembled. Yes, we have. And I appreciate y'all coming through. Like, share, subscribe, support the stream if you feel so inclined. What else we got in here? We saw Rainfire Design in here. Good afternoon, Geek Elites. What's good, Rainfire? Excuse me. That shit is working. That shit is working already. I'm gonna have to eat my breakfast. The only thing I'm missing is a cigar, but I don't smoke cigars anymore. If I had a good stogie right now, I would be blowing it out. But I don't smoke cigars anymore. Salute to everyone. Sorry, tourists in the South. Yeah. I do like spaghetti and meatballs with my tomato sauce. Long as you trust that woman, don't be getting the red sauce, Aquatechy. You know better. You know better, Aquatechy. No red sauce in the South. No red sauce in the South. Get your ass mixed up. Salute to everyone. Sorry, Tori in the South. The answer is always spaghetti mixed with meat sauce. Okay, that was something else. I'm sorry, I'm reading all your comments. Yep. Thank you, Malika, on the hat. Thank you, brother. You know, I am a classy Negro. According to my old, apparently she's going to be my old facilities director now, sister. She called me a classic man. I'm like, oh shit, well that's a compliment. Thank you very much. Lonely out in this bitch, but thank you. Shout out to the package man coming through. No one. He said, "Oh snap! What happened to the ninja and the fedora? You got the wrong channel. The fedora's in the closet. Fedora's in the closet. Y'all don't know this, but my great grandfather in Arizona. I wonder if I should say his last name on here. He dead, so y'all can't do shit about it. But Robert G. Let's put it that way. Robert G. From Phoenix. One thing I always admired when I saw pictures at his house, That motherfucker was dressed to the nines. I love the way they dressed back in the day. Now he worked for, believe it or not, I found this out recently. He used to work for, now I'm gonna forget the goddamn dude's name. The governor of Arizona back in the day, and he is a Republican, and his name was forgetting his goddamn name. I ain't had enough coffee. Oh my god, I have his book too. I've read his fucking book. God damn it. I can't remember his fucking name. Basically, Republicans quote him all the time for his ideas and shit like that. My great great grandfather used to work for him. He was head of his staff at the governor's mansion. So all that etiquette and stuff like that, and that clean dress shit is some of what's in my family line, right? And Robert G used to always be cut, always be cut. When I came down there as a kid, like 10, 12 years old, came to Arizona to see that side of the family. One of the things I remember, that motherfucker was dressed just casual. Just his slacks, his shoes, his little polo shirt. That motherfucker was like clean. Clean. My grandmother's father. Clean little motherfucker. I always wanted to have some style like that. Always liked his style. Always liked his style. And I'm kind of an old soul. I like old fashions and stuff like that. So that stuff that's more gentlemanly and respectable, I usually get into that. That's why I don't necessarily have a problem with suits. I like a good looking suit. A good looking suit looks nice to me. Hats, canes, pocket watches, gloves, air of class. I like that kind of shit. I do. Just the same way I like my tennis shoes, my hoodies, my ball caps, the other shit that I like. It's just what it is, man. Men can be more than just one thing. You can be well rounded. So when I dress up like I dressed up last night, I had on my suit jacket and my tie and my shirt, shit like that. Motherfuckers was shocked. If y'all was on Instagram, you saw the picture. Like, what the fuck? This nigga know how to dress up? Yeah, nigga, I even trimmed it all up and shit. Because it was a reason to do that shit. So shout out to Robert G for the family line. The maternal family line. All right. So who else we got in here? Got another one. Extra large should contain all that knowledge and skill. Yes, it is, Aquateki. It's funny how most people want to try to discount that shit, but it's usually always chicks. Not comfortable with a motherfucker that's actually smart. They need a dumb nigga. I'm not that. So if you wonder why a lot of shit don't work, you see me single out in these streets because I'm not a dumb Negro. And don't have a problem with letting a bitch go. Just what it is. Too many women out here to be fussing and fighting with one. We got Aria in here. What's up, Aria? The chocolate witch in the building. I say I'm losing people that want to hear my stories from my life. Oh, my bad. Must have came through for geek shit. This is called Shop Talk, not just Geek Talk. Parker Works TV said, happy B-Day. Appreciate you, Parker Works. If you are new, sub to the channel. If you're old, make sure you're still sub to the channel because it is a new month and YouTube likes to play games, especially with, you'll notice it more in small channels. Big channels will complain about it too, just because they do it more. It's more people, but small channels will feel it more. So make sure you still sub. And if you're new here, thank you for showing up. Sub to the channel. Maybe you like what you hear in the next 15 minutes or so. Dirty 30 birthday and the 20th time for the 20th time. Yeah, just about. I mean, my son asked me a really good question this morning on text, and he asked me, how does it feel to be 50? And one of my exes, the one I was really trying to actually make some shit work with, I was actually thinking about if we can get through these fucking humps, we could have got married. I would have married her. I would have, because she's smart. She's one of the ones that's responsible for me having this and the job I have. So a woman like that who hustles for you, who will push you to do great things, is one you should have on your squad, one you should have on your team. But some of the stuff she can't get together, and she needs some counseling, and she won't go get it. And that's a problem for me. It's a problem for me. I'm a psych major. I understand you need to get some fucking help, and it's not that you're all broken and fucked up. You just need to get some help so you can get through that shit. So somebody who's working with you who actually has gotten that help, y'all can work better together. It's just what it is. So anyway, that's part of why I have what I have right now. And I always try to show her that respect and that appreciation for actually putting me on like that. Because she could have said nothing. Man. A lot of the other ones I've been with who did a lot for her, I did nothing like that for me, especially not with no noticeable changes. So shout out to Nina O. So my son asked me what it was like to be, how does it feel to be 50? And he asked me that shit the day before. And I told him I'm thinking it would feel a lot like being 49, not much different. But it does, I do think that it should feel like there is some change. And then today, my ex asked me the same thing. How does it feel to be 50? Because her birthday was 2 months ago, September. So she just turned 52. We're the same age. And I told her, mentioned to her, like I'm mentioning to y'all, that my son had just asked me a similar question. And my response was, it feels like certain things should stop. That's what it feels like. And I know I'm in a manosphere and feelings is always like a dirty word. Fuck that. Feelings is not a dirty word. You have feelings. You just have to learn how to manage that shit. You don't lead with them. You don't lead with them. You consult them, but you don't lead with them. Lead with your brain because you're the man in the situation. So my thoughts on it were that some things should change. Something should stop. Exactly what should stop, I didn't tell her. But it was a good question. And I was sitting there actually laying in bed thinking about that shit. What things should actually stop at 50, from 50 on, like 50 plus one, what has stopped? Because I feel like it should be a turning point. Half a century is nothing to sneeze at, especially not born in the Gen X generation where your ass is supposed to be dead before you was 21. Well, I'm not dead. I'm still here. So I don't think me being here was an accident. I think it was purposeful. So if it is purposeful, then the purpose needs to be about a greater change come 50. So I'll get back to you on the rest of that stuff. Shout out to JT saying the birthday stream. Happy birthday, big bro. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. I hope you went out on your date. I hope you went out on your dinner date. I'm not gonna be the girl asking all the information about this shit, but I hope you went to that shit because those are good signs. I still tell you to consult with your homeboy. Consult with your homeboy Chris, because y'all about the same age. I'm a little older, so I'm seeing it a little bit differently. But consult with your homeboy and see what he say. But my thing is like, shit, see where it go, man. Roll them dice. You want to sit down and talk over some food? Sit down and talk over some fucking food. Why the hell not? Dude, she making all the right moves. She interested. Why the fuck not? Look, I put it this way. This is the side conversation between me and JT, if he even still listening to this shit. Look, man, I know about the last two chicks, right? I know about the last two chicks. The one before this one now, what was your irritation with her ass? She didn't read your shit, right? Y'all was dating, she didn't read your shit. Y'all ain't even dating, and this current chick is reading your shit. Yeah, I would give her a hearing out. I'd give her some leeway. I'd give her some time. I'd give her some FaceTime all day. What you want to What you want to talk about? Dinner? Why not have some drinks too? Fuck it. Why the hell not? Fuck you, young. Seize the day and slay what needs to be slayed. Slay what may. Seize the day and slay what may. Bring on the liquored up birthday stream. I'm not gonna get that stupid, Rainfire. I'm really not. I'm not gonna get stupid. I know how I get when I drink on the stream, dude. That's why I stopped doing that shit so much. Just in case little kids are watching. Just in case. I don't do these streams for kids and that shit stays turned on forever. Like, nope, not for children. Nope. But it is what it is. Brother, truth be told, what's good with you? Appreciate you coming through, man. Dope hat. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. I thought I picked a winner. He had some other ones in there. The only thing I'm not liking about this hat is that reveal. That red reveal, like it's turned up. I keep thinking of them old cowboy movies where the dumbass was the one with the turned up hat in the front. That's bothering me a little bit. That's why I keep trying to find a good position where it looks cool sitting. But apparently I know now I like brims that are flat down. I don't like them turned up like that. But it's my hat now, so it is what the fuck it is. Chocolate, which is it? Oh, that's right. You got a little Scorpio over there, Arya. Happy birthday to Arya's daughter, yo. Yeah, she just turned 21. Yeah, you should get her some liquor. I mean, you don't have to drink. Get her some wine. I'm not saying get her fucking throwing up or anything like that. But embrace what it means to be 21. Embrace your age. Women run from that shit forever. Guys get punished for it. I'm at the point in my life where I've heard the same thing 2 different ways already. Right? When I was younger, and I've always liked older women, right? When I was younger and was hitting on older girls, they thought I was cute and shit like that and cool, but I was too young. My age was a problem. Well, now that I'm older and I see other things that I like, and I hit on a girl and a woman, and she was younger than me, I didn't know how much younger she was than me, my age was an issue again because I might have been a little bit too old for her. And I'm like, this is just the soundtrack to my fucking life, dude. It's like, okay, you're either too early or you're too late. Motherfucking boy. But when I find them sweet spots, I'm in that bitch. When I find them sweet spots, I'm in there. I've done it. But it's always that. It's always that with me. It's just a funny thing. So, like I say, embrace your age. I've always just accepted how old I am. I'm just the age that I fucking am. This is nothing I can change. And I like what the hell it is I like. It's never been an issue for me. Other people can make it their own issue, but it's never been an issue for me. So 50, there are certain things you can embrace. There are certain things you can let go of. I'm going to embrace what it means to be 50. Why the fuck not? So your daughter should embrace what it means to be 21. Help her do that shit. Let her understand what that means. And it's more than just, oh, you able to buy alcohol legally and drink. You can buy firearms and shit like that. You know, you can have your own passport and fly anywhere in the world you feel like going, but nobody to say shit to you about it other than just be safe, have a good time. There's a lot of shit that comes with being 21, understanding what it means to be 21 in this world. Because I tell you, outside of the US, 21, you real fucking old for some of them. You real damn old. You supposed to be all over this damn planet. You only got one ball of dirt you live on. You might as well see all of it. You ain't going outside of it unless you're an astronaut. So get your feet wet. Get them dirty. Move around. Fuck out of here. You ain't got no kids either. Psst, you better be fucking gone. Fucking good are you doing standing around the same people that watched you get to 21? Psst, get the fuck out of here. Beat it. All love. Get the fuck out of here. Got you those birthday breakfast tacos. I wish no one. I got some French toast over there getting cold right now because I ordered it too late. So it got here right when the stream started. It's a good thing I got a microwave. I'll heat them back up eventually. Darren Anderson, what's good, Darren? Says salute to artisanmc. Appreciate you, Darren, for coming through. Show Herb, my Scorpio brother. Happy birthday, Herb. Your birthday passed last week. So I hope you're having a good day. This is making me have a good day because I didn't know it was your birthday, man. So this is my other old facility director, Steven. And me and Steven is the one that talk movies all the time. So I'm gonna send him a picture of me doing the stream right now. So he know. I appreciate that shit. Thank you, man. Period. For all y'all who know how to text me and got my fucking phone number, sometimes that's how it go. I just gotta voice it. So you get some goofy ass grammar. It's not me. Google don't know grammar, but they do know how to listen to every one of my goddamn conversations and bring up stuff in the algorithm that I ain't even looking at. Let's see if there's any birthday love. Since I opened my phone up now. Oh, there is. I need to give y'all some props. Props for that. Let me finish going through the room, the romper room. Facts and figures. Oh shit. JT said we went out last night. You gonna come up today, right? Because look, I'm not your girlfriend, but I do want to know some shit. I don't need details. We ain't doing the finger smell test or nothing like that. But I might want some details, homie. And I want you to come up anyway, because I don't know. Did you go see the Marvels or not? And around the chat, man, somebody put a one in there if you saw the Marvels. So I know if I'm spoiling anything when I talk about this shit or not. Because we got a couple of things to talk about. I got some more personal stuff to do because it's my birthday, but I got more than a few things to talk about. We got Loki episode 6 finale. We got the Gen V finale. We got Invincible episode 1, or I think episode 2 is probably out by now. And we got the Marvels movie. So we got plenty of geek shit to talk about outside of the life stuff, which is my birthday. So y'all gotta let me know in the chat what the fuck going on. But JT, yeah, you gotta come up. If you saw Marvels, you need to come up. If you don't give a shit, you can come up anyway, because get to grill your ass. I'm just saying. Fucking text Chris and see if his ass is actually alive and well. Excuse me. Because I haven't heard from him since he was over here drinking, and I want to make sure I ain't fucked him up and like I can't be fucking with Artisan. You got me fucked up. I want to make sure you're okay. Artisan, you stop when I turned. You know what stopped when I turned 50? I stopped giving a fuck what others think and feel. Yeah, Malika, I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that. You know what the other thing I'm feeling? I don't know what number it is on the list, but the Angry Man Standard. No more single mothers. No more single mothers. That's an automatic no. And that's hard for me because I'm a Gen Xer. I've grown up always. Chicks always had kids. They always did. But what I've seen over that time of always having a chick who possibly had a kid from some other dude is a lot of the same bullshit. Like recently I was seeing a chick for about 2-3 weeks. Recently, yesterday, stop fucking with her. Why? She got an issue with me doing a stream. in 15 minutes. That's it. That's what it was. What was a big issue for her was 15 minutes. And the fact that I chose to do my Loki stream on Friday to get to y'all, which is my business, and make a date that I planned, I paid for. 15 minutes late. Same date she was 15 minutes late for. So by Saturday morning, that shit was over. Because if y'all was looking on Instagram, my Marvels, I had 2 tickets for the Marvels. She was supposed to go with me. She didn't go. And by her choosing not to go, I was done with her ass. So when she called the next morning, well, I don't know. I don't think I should go. I'm not in the right headspace. Look, I already told my mother you ain't coming. So don't worry about it. What else you got to say? Oh, you being an asshole. I'm not an asshole. I'm irritated. And I feel like I've wasted my fucking time. What was the issue? Because she did some dumb shit and wants to believe that her reason is more valid than mine. And I said, not on my time. If I set the date, you show up late, and I reset the time to another one, I'm on time. You don't get to be mad because you didn't set the date. I did. You ain't paying for this meal. I am. So that shit was silly. But single mama trying to micromanage everybody. Done with that shit. That shit is irritating. Sick of seeing that shit. And it's not because they ain't nice people or none of that shit. It's just an inability to understand that your children are growing up. So you need to let them be grown. And the grown folks in your life that you fuck with, the men, are not your goddamn children. They are also grown. So you and your thinking needs to grow the fuck up. I'm tired of dealing with that shit. I'm 100% damn near, 95% on Grinch's tip where you need a woman with no kids so she can prioritize you. Then you don't have to have them goddamn kind of discussions with people trying to micromanage and over smother their kids and tell them, you got to stop doing that shit. Let them be grown-ups. They fucking grown. No, she just can't do such and such. No, she don't. Motherfucker over 21. What are you doing there in the middle of that shit? I wonder if he'll pick up the phone. Let's fuck with Steven today since I feel like having a good time. Stevie B over here. Let's see if he answers. I know his wife ain't at home.
What's up, birthday boy?
What's happening, Steven? Don't say my real name because it's on YouTube because you're on camera and on the mic right now.
Oh, nice.
So Steven said in the text message I sent to him, y'all, he said I look high as fuck.
Oh yeah.
Well, I don't get high, but I did pour some Sinatra Select, my birthday whiskey, and I started drinking that shit.
Wait, let's see. Hold on. It's 11:57, y'all.
Yeah, it's 11:57 in California. I'm on vacation though, so I don't got to go to work tomorrow, and it's my birthday.
Nice.
Yeah, so I don't.
Do it.
Yeah, so I have to drink this on my birthday every year now, since I found it. So
what are you doing for your birthday today?
I don't know. I'm doing the stream, and then I'm gonna go find some other bullshit to get into. But that's about it. Not get arrested or anything like that, but just what I told my son.
No Vegas spirit trip.
No Vegas spirit trip. No, I go to Vegas again in December, so not yet. I'll go in December. But today I told my son I was going to what did I tell him I was going to do? It was 3 R's. So it was fucking hell. What's wrong? See, I should have finished drinking my coffee. This alcohol fucking up my brain. I'm forgetting the first R. Like
Rave?
No. Reflect, rejuvenate, and re-engage. That's what I told him. Reflect, rejuvenate, and re-engage. So reflect on what I've done. Rejuvenate by being close to water because I'm a water sign and I need to go be by the bay today. And then re-engage, which means I'm going hard again day one. That's it.
Nice. When do you go back to work?
Thursday.
Oh, dang. You got 3-4 days off?
I took a week off. I took off last Wednesday.
Wow.
Yeah, I was supposed to be in Maui. Remember, I was supposed to go to Maui. So I took a whole week.
No, I did not know. What happened with the Hawaii trip?
I found my new place. So I poured Maui money into making sure I got my new place early. So I figured that made more sense. That made more sense. Stability was more important than a good time for a minute. Stability was more important.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess being responsible is the right way.
Yeah, that's what my son is dealing with right now. He said, "Man, I hate this shit." It's like, well, I'm sorry, but as long as you're responsible and know how to do your job, they're going to keep giving you people to be a leader of. He said, "Well, it's you a mom's fault." I was like, yeah, if that's what you want to blame us for, okay, fine. Hell the fuck, we made you responsible. It's a burden, man. I know.
No kidding.
Oh, shit.
Welcome to life, son.
Yeah, exactly. Welcome to grown up hood, man. Yeah, take care of all these little kids.
Worse.
Yep. I didn't tell him that. Thanks, Stephen. I'm not trying to totally crush his spirit. But anyway, I'm gonna get back to your stream. I just thought it'd be fun to mess with you since you thought I was high as fuck. I'm not high. I'm just drinking alcohol.
You look high as fuck, but I guess the alcohol has the same effect on you. It just cheeses out your eyes.
Yeah, I got alcohol and I'm happy. So they both work like that.
So. Good. Keep it up and have a great day.
You too, Steve. I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Peace. All right, man. That was Stephen B., my old facility director, and I'm about to have 2 old facility directors right now that I'm actually cool with. Because the job can be a meat grinder. But he's cool as shit. He likes movies. He likes talking movies. And he's raising his daughter. His wife is cool as shit too. Annalise, she's cool as shit. So I had to give him some peace. I had to give him some love. Show him some love. See, I got people who like me in the world, y'all. You believe that shit? That motherfucker, he ain't black. He ain't black. But he's cool as shit. Everybody gave Arya's her daughter, happy birthday. Good. Appreciate y'all for doing that. It's important that we always share love with other people. Not just your parts and pieces, but actual, well wishes and positive energy. Too late can never pull out on. What the fuck? No one. Too early, too late can never pull out on time. No one. You know what that sounds like? It sounds like the book I wrote on fatherhood. That sounds like a fatherhood book. Okay, my head is sweating. I got to take this shit off now. The alcohol is kicking in. God damn, no one. I think that is going to be the comment of the day. Let me start that so I remember it. Let me write that shit down. The package man came through with one to actually for the ages. Sounds like somebody's personal memoirs, like an old porn star. Why did you fail your career? You never pull out on time. Holy shit. That's funny as hell, no one. No one is on the board. No one is on the board with funnies. So Yeah, I don't know. I keep a mental tote board of people who say the funniest shit on my stream, and I appreciate that because I like humor. What up, Ray Hama? Ray Hama in the building. The Hama Force is with us. The Force. The Force is strong in here. He said, I tried to see it. I tried. All right, you didn't want to see the Marvels. I know you didn't want to see the Marvels. You probably wanted to see Tiana Parrish, but you wasn't trying to go see the Marvels. It's okay. It's okay. A lot of people didn't want to go see the Marvels. Wasn't that bad either. But listen to some other folks. It was terrible. It was the worst thing that Marvel ever produced. And I'm like, that's fucking impossible because I hated the Eternals. Impossible. I say some of the worst shit they ever produced. And it didn't look like that. Don't matter, spoil away. Well, okay. As long as y'all know, this is a not a spoiler-free zone. I'll probably still do a review of the Marvels because I have notes right here. I have a fucking shitload of notes on my phone from the movie. And my secondary list of notes was from listening to those other reviewers that I told you about yesterday. That was kind of pissing me off. I mean, look at that shit. Let's see. Sooner or later, it will focus so you can actually see it. Yeah, let's do this. Since I got the overhead light on. There we go. See that shit? No, it's coming from the screens. That's what it is. It's coming from the screen. I got a lot of notes on the Marvels. A lot of goddamn notes. That's about a half-hour review. That's about a half-hour review, believe it or not. Because I think reviews should take about a half hour standard. That's how I break them down anyway. Reaction is about 15 minutes, even though I give you guys an hour-long reaction. I'm a Gen Xer. I'm analog. I'll give you an hour-long reaction. But a reaction should be about 15 minutes. A review should be 30 minutes or more. That's what it is. Joe Herb said, saw Loki, not the Marvels. Herb, do you have any desire to go see the Marvels? Or like, will you go see it? Because, you know, you're a comic book guy. You know, you make your own comics. You worked in the comic book store for a number of years. You kind of invested in this medium. I'm just curious if you're going to see it or not. Aquateki said, I'll wait for D plus on Marvel. Spoil away. What, you going to pay that increase? What is it, the 12th? That means Disney got an increase for me. Disney Plus got an increase for me. To pay more money for less content. Less good content at that. You know, I just started paying for Paramount Plus, and there's some good stuff on there. Because me and Steven are watching that Bass Reeves show. So I got to catch up to him because he's the one who got me on watching the English. Y'all should still watch the English with Emily Blunt on Amazon Prime. It's fucking free. I love the English. That was a really good show. Fucked up, but a really good show. He want to watch the Bass Reeves show. And like I told you, Steven ain't black. Cool as shit. Big Bill Murray fan too, which is also we'll be like this. We'll be like this. Because he a Bill Murray fan. I love Bill Murray too, right? But he's the first one to ask me about watching that Bass Reeves show. Because he wants to watch it. I was like, watch that shit. I'm on it. I'm gonna watch it soon. Because I just saw it. I was like, I gotta watch it. Gotta watch it. Because I was a Lone Ranger fan for a long time as a kid. I believe in that one hero, one man out there trying to make a difference. When I found out that it was actually based on a black man, I was even more interested in the shit. And I like going to the original, so let me know more about Bass Reeves. Fuck the Lone Ranger. What's up with Bass? So I'm all over that show. Ray said, I seen the first 5 minutes, then fell asleep. I plan to finish it today. First five, oh, that's right. You the pirate in the building. That's right. Ray Hama is a pirate. Yeah. Said he saw the first 5 minutes and fell asleep. Okay. I don't know why. Why waste your time? I agree with you. We are in the same boat. Yeah, I know, Malika. That's why we get along, man. We both paddling on one side of the boat. Like this is bullshit over here. This is just some bullshit. Fuck that. Not your problem. You have hobbies. Perhaps you should get one too. She do have one. Shopping. That's her fucking hobby. In Christmas. Sat up to 2 a.m. talking to a girlfriend who ain't got a man. Thinking they were deciding on what was happening with me because you didn't go to the movie with me. I went to the movie and then I went out and shot pool. It was around other women and shit like that. And you felt some kind of way because I called you from a pool hall. The fuck you think I was going to be doing? Sitting at home crying? Motherfucker. People don't get this shit. When you tell them you've been divorced, you should already understand that man is not giving a fuck about you having an attitude if you ain't spent the same kind of time that the wife spent. You was tripping. You really got the game fucked up. Thought I should have been sorry and remorseful. Told her ass, remorseful about what? And I'm not a sorry motherfucker, so I'm never sorry. I'm apologetic, but I'm not sorry. Obviously, you don't understand black folks. Black folks don't do sorry. We do apologies. We don't do sorries. Look it up in the dictionary and you'll understand. Dumb shit. It's okay. I seem to be a magnet for it. I'm seeing the Marvels today. I've been getting ready to set up a Black Business Expo. No sleep. It's over, so now I'm going to eat and binge on the movies I've missed. No shit. Holler at my boy, No Sleep. You should put that information up online. Rainfire, Black Business Expo. There's some other people with black folks in here who actually have businesses. Dude, in my older years, I really respect a black business. Like that was one of the good things that was about going to a restaurant last night, the Q 1227. Seeing a black business thriving, serving food, and it's full of black folks. There was white folks in there too, all kind of people in there, but it was full of black folks supporting it. That was a beautiful sight. That man was in there, the owner and the chef. I keep saying putting a T on chef. The owner and chef was in there cooking right in front of me. Right in front of me. His wife and his daughter, which I assume they were in there, came over and said something at the table and stuff like that, said hello, talked to us and shit like that. They was cooking some hellified good food. Some hellified good food. I had some jambalaya that I still got crab legs in my refrigerator right now. I got 2 crab claws in my refrigerator right now from last night. My brother and Tim, some big ass meatloaf. That was delicious. My mother, a rack of ribs. My mother ate everything on that little spare ribs except the label on the plate. That's how good that shit was. We were looking over there like, yeah, you didn't like that shit at all. That was terrible. That was absolutely terrible. You ate all of it. You even sopped up the sauce. I mean, that was a terrible fucking meal. What are you trying to do? Sell this plate? Yeah. What the young folks say nowadays? That shit was smacking. Yes, it was. Look it up online. Fuck with them when you come to Sacramento. Right outside of Sacramento. It was worth the trip. It wasn't as bougie as I thought it was. So I take it back. Look, I can be wrong. I can also be right. And that shit was good. So, yeah. Malika, fuck her. She's not worth your time, money, or energy. That's what the fuck I said. That's exactly what the fuck I said, Malika, because I was pissed off. I was pissed off. I was pissed off the day before when the motherfucker decided, oh, my head's not right. I'm not going to go to the movie. Well, it's like, in my head, I was like, bitch, you think I'm about to pay for you so you can try to hold something over my head? You know, my friend who's married, whenever he does something wrong, he has to buy his wife Vera Wang or some shit like that. I'm not doing no shit like that. I'm not paying for your fucking affections. No, because I didn't do anything wrong. You showed up late for my date, and I rescheduled to 12:30. So when I show up at 12:30, you don't get to be mad that you had to sit there for 15 minutes. Fuck you. You were already late. Well, I had car trouble. I don't give a fuck. I don't have to accept that shit. I don't have to. But you don't get the right to say shit to me. It's not the same thing. Yes, it is. We was both late. Neither one of us showed up at the agreed upon time, the initial agreed upon time. Because I know how much my time is worth. And what I told her ass was about $65 an hour. So I know how much 15 minutes of my time is actually worth. And I know how much time it takes me to pay for that fucking meal I paid for or the movie tickets I bought. You wasted my time and my fucking money. I don't appreciate that shit at all. That is a big thing to me. Not 15 minutes on showing up for a fucking date that I'm paying for. Fuck you. Childish ass. Okay, to respect people's time is automatic grounds for dismissal. It can be aquatechy, but it depends on the situation. She took off work early that day. So fucking what? She didn't want to be doing the work anyway. But her taking off work early was not impacted by me showing up at 12:30 for that date. She was late to the date anyway. So her time ain't impacted at all. You are already off. I did a stream before leaving to get there. And fortuitously, how it happened was she couldn't make it there on time. So I rescheduled for 12:30. She didn't want to accept 12:30 because she wanted to be there at 12:15. She wanted to set the time now. You don't get to do that. I do because it's my date. I'm the one who planned it. I'm the one who's paying for it. She didn't want to see that logic. And even when I gave it to her in a way that single mothers understand, which is your boss, she didn't want to hear the rest of the conversation. She didn't want to hear the rest of that shit because she just want to be mad about something. Who got time for that shit? You too early in the game with me to be trying that kind of bullshit. No. And I damn sure ain't paying for you every time you feel like I did something wrong. I need to be buying you something. Get the fuck out of here. The fuck is that shit? No. Hell no. I don't pay for affection. That's what prostitutes are for. And you making yourself out to look like a whole fucking hoe doing that shit. And I don't like hoes. I can respect them if they know what they're doing. But I don't like them. I ain't fucking hoes. Hoes can go and get fucked. Yeah, it's noon somewhere. No, Aria, no birthday skinny dipping because I'm not in Maui. No birthday skinny dipping. And I'm just saying, I mean, I've snorkeled in Hawaii before. I've been to Hawaii before. I just haven't been to Maui. Okay. I went to Oahu snorkeling. I didn't go to Maui. Maui is the relaxing place. So I haven't been to Maui. Now, I can tell you this snorkeling naked or swimming naked on a tropical island, you can get some fish nibbling at your little parts. Okay. There's going to be some fish nibbling at your parts and pieces. Okay. I don't think I want that. I don't think I want to be getting a gummer from a little fish down there. Okay. That's not what I'm looking for. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm just saying, man. I don't need Dory trying to, no, 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 I don't need that. I don't need that shit. Can you help me? I don't need that. Each time you tilt your head up, I breathe. What? The brim. Oh, brim. It's like, yeah, welcome to manhood. This is your introduction to manhood. And my son is good. It's just he's 30 now. He's having to be responsible for a lot more grown people. And he keeps getting like they say, cream rises to the top, right? He's just there doing his damn job. And because he's there doing his job, they keep putting him in responsible positions of people who don't want to do or don't know how to do their fucking jobs. It's just what happens. Cream rises to the top. So that's why I told him if you start sucking like they do, they'll stop giving you those, positions. But I don't think that's in you. So this is what it's gonna be. He just feeling his way through that shit. I understand. He's 30 years old now. So that's a leadership role. That's a leadership role. He should step up to management. And don't worry, most of us didn't want that shit when we actually got up to a management position, a supervisory position. We didn't want that shit either. We didn't. You might have wanted the money, didn't want the fucking headaches. But you know what? That's why they pay you the extra money so you can get some aspirin for your fucking headache. It's just what it is. Because best believe, if you don't take it, one of them dumb motherfuckers will. And if you've ever worked under a dumbass boss, you know that is its own circle of hell. Okay. If you competent and you have to work under a dumbass, that is its own circle of hell. Trust me on this shit. It's happened too many times. You have to move up just for your own sanity, nigga. Let me find out artists smoke weed. But Aria, I haven't smoked weed since 1997. August 1997 was the last time I smoked weed. And I told my kids the story. It's a funny story. I was doing some irresponsible shit, but that was the last time I smoked weed. And I have some missing time behind that shit. Like, I don't remember how I got off that bus and in my bed the next morning. But I knew I needed to stop doing that shit. That wasn't cool. Was not cool. Mm-mm. What up, Beast? Beastly nerd in the building. What's good with you? The danger room is open. Yes, it is, sir. You got a cameo popping up somewhere. So you tell me, where did this fucking bug come from? You tell me if you want spoilers for the Marvels, Beast, because that's what we get into. I'm almost done with my little soliloquy. I got 3 things I need to read right now because my mother already called me and I didn't answer her call because I'm sure she want to know, did I read her card yet? Did I read her card yet? Did I read her card yet? She will fucking be upset about that shit, so I need to read it now. Another one, the brim of his hat keeps blending with the top of the moon in the background. Moon in the background. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, the background geek elite there. Interesting. Is that fucking you up? Aquatech said, are those notes or a dissertation? Might as well be. I'm enough of a geek and a nerd that I could do a dissertation on geekdom. I could do a dissertation on geekdom. Told y'all before when I was in college, university, I did presentations on geek shit. I did a whole presentation on geek shit to a room of mostly women. I'm like, I didn't know that was about that. But you need to know what the fuck your kids is watching, don't you? Spawn, Naruto, and I always forget the third character that I used and what those characters taught. Comic books, anime, and literature. And I think it was Wild Seed. Was the third one. Comics, anime, and literature. Those were the 3 I used. So Spawn, Naruto, and Duro from Wild Seed, Octavia Butler. I think that was the third character. That's why it's hard for me to remember that one because Duro don't have a lot of pictures of it. JT said the Marvels. I track. Shut up, JT. The complaints for the roads and the request for money for the roads, I trash. And then I transfer another $1 million to my personal bank account. That shit was hilarious, JT. Joe Herb said he's trying to decide on movies or D plus. Put it this way, Herb. It's Sunday. There's a matinee happening. The movie theater would be quicker and cheaper. It'd be quicker and cheaper. You don't have to wait. You can go pay the little money and get in there and get out. Support the theaters because if a movie is bad or good, the people that work in there still need to pull a check. You still need to pull a check. They only get paid off you coming through the door and buying concessions and shit. They don't really get paid off the movie. The studio gets paid off the movie. Okay? The studio only gets paid off of D plus. So all those other ancillary people who actually work to take your ticket or give you shitty service or give you popcorn and stuff like that, they all get paid off the people coming through the door buying tickets. Pandemic should have showed everybody that. That's how they get paid. I understood that before the pandemic. That's why I always go to movies. But you don't care about your local fucking theater, wait till D plus. But because this is still an economy and people are still struggling. So I'll throw them a couple bucks for these tickets. That's why I didn't get a refund on my ticket that I bought that somebody didn't use. Fuck it, charge it to the game. I bought concessions. Probably why they call concessions. I pay for D plus for a whole year. It comes up for renewal in the summer. Yeah, I pay for D plus for a whole year too. It comes up for renewal on my birthday because that's when I started it to watch The Mandalorian. So it comes up on the 12th. It's here. Force birthday is the day after mine, and he's talking about falling asleep after the first 5 minutes of Marvel. Same for me. Here we go. I think I'm almost through all the rest of these. There we go. Annalise and Steven. Yummy. What's up, Steven? What up, BMT? Trigger Man in the building. Came by your stream yesterday, but I didn't see you on there. I just saw the other three brothers talking about the Marvels. They was putting out some wrong information too. Just saying. Just saying. Need to go back and read their books. I have a bottle of tequila while you and my battle listening to your review. That's what's up. You drinking that Terramana? I'm liking that Terramana tequila. Strangely enough, I don't drink a lot of tequila, but I'm liking that tequila. Shout out to Dwayne Johnson, man. Shout out to The Rock. I'm liking your tequila, man. And I don't even drink tequila. Imagine that. BMT said, pull her hair and pop her ass. She just needs discipline. She liked that shit too. She liked both of those. And I've done that. And yes, she does need discipline. But it ain't my job to fucking be raising somebody in their 40s. That's the problem. It's too late to go back to being trained. It's too late. You got to catch up. My time and freedom costs $1.05. Fuck that. You do the division, $65 an hour divided by 60, and then plus 14. And you'll figure out how much my time is worth for 15 minutes. She couldn't tell me that because she don't think in that realm. She just thinks her time is valuable. It's not. Because here's an easy way if you want to find out if somebody's time is valuable, and this is something that anybody can use, right? If you want to find out how valuable somebody else's time is, ask them what they were doing during the pandemic. If they had their ass sitting at home waiting on a stimulus check, their time ain't fucking valuable at all. Not at all. But if they had their ass out there still working, their time has a value. Because basically during that time, the only people that was still out working was essential. Because you got skills and not a bunch of paper pushing talents or talk talents. And that's how you know my time is valuable. Time I spend on YouTube, the time I'm not on YouTube doing my actual job, the time I'm not doing YouTube on my job and trying to spend it with my family and friends and whatever loved one I have. My time is fucking valuable because I got other shit to do always. And since, like my brother was saying last night at dinner, we don't know how many grains of sand we got in our clock. I don't need to be wasting it on bullshit. Not at all. There is no time for somebody wanting to have a fucking my birthday weekend to have a problem. Mm-mm. Not on my birthday fucking weekend. You gonna ruin my fucking time. Oh, hell no. You ain't got time for that shit. No, sir. Uh-uh. See, Malika saying, I work for a moron. I know the feeling. I've worked for a couple of morons. A couple of them I had some sympathy for, but they were morons nonetheless. It's not a good feeling. It is its own personal level of hell. And I say that because I know when I've been there. I don't say that because I never, felt the heat of that level of hell. No, I felt it. Spoilers are free. Sort of. I paid to see them, to give them to you. So they're free for you. They wasn't free for me. Just saying. That's just what it is. Cost is everywhere. Palpatine wondered why a farm boy smuggler and a princess with teddy bears and a 7-foot dog kept beating his Sith. Because they wanted it more. I actually like still going to movie theaters. I do too. I do like movie popcorn. I do. And even if I had it in the house, I still go to the movie theaters to get it because I like movie popcorn. To all my fellowship of the geeks, let's celebrate a shot for Artisan carrying the legacy's torch. Yeah, appreciate that, BMT. That's what I got, man. I got my Sinatra Select right now. This is glass number 2. I'm finishing up. Oh, no breakfast. Well, I had a muffin. I had a chocolate muffin. So, and I sipped a little bit of my coffee. Thank you, BMT, for supporting the stream on the super chat side. He said there is a symbolic structure of when a Gen X leads the family dinner and gathering to the next line takeover. Obi-Wan and Yoda pass. Yeah, there is. There is, BMT. In my family, and when I say my family, I mean, excuse me, when I had the wife and the kids at the house, I would lead the family dinner. And I learned that from my cousin's family because out of the 4 boys, 2 girls, me and my brother being there, he sat at the head of the table. He was the carpenter and the Marine. He sat at the head of the table, his wife at the other end of the table with the kids around the sides, and he led the family dinner. Even if we didn't see his ass all day, he led the family dinner, and they gave him that damn respect. And I appreciated that upbringing because that was a Christian upbringing. But I saw it and I admired it. So only thing I changed in my house was that we had a round table because I like King Arthur. And we had a round table. So we all sat around the table, held hands and prayed and then had our food. And we would talk with each other like people. Not everybody get their plate and run off to their own separate fucking room and sit in their room watching their own separate TV and their own little cell. This ain't prison. This is supposed to be a fucking family and a home, not a detention center. No. So yes, I would lead that shit. And I understood that was my role to do it. And strangely enough, in my son's house, he has a square table, but I believe they all sit around the table when they eat dinner because he games at that table. They game with him at that table. Everything happens around that table in their house. So, yeah, it passes on. Fast, when you realize your time is more valuable than another person's, you stop giving a fuck. Yeah, there's little fucks to give. There are little fucks to give. There are little fucks to give, Malika. And that's the thing, man. People don't understand that shit. That even in that situation, I didn't have to, what I was trying to make this motherfucker understand. I didn't have to be understanding of you having car trouble. I didn't. Because I could have said the same shit you were saying to me. You should have checked your car yesterday. Should have made sure your car was running yesterday. Didn't you just get it fixed by some dude earlier in the week? So what's the fucking problem? Because I wouldn't, even if I had showed up there at 12 and your ass was going to be 15 minutes late, I could have fucking walked in. But no, I'm actually understanding of people in life. And I'm not worried about that on that day. No, we good. I'm looking forward to seeing you, actually. So when I come through the door at 12:30, which I said, no, let's make it 12:30. When I come through the door at 12:30 and I'm happy and jovial, happy to be seeing you. I'm not worried about 15 fucking minutes and trying to make that an issue. That's your fucking problem. That ain't mine. I'm not making it my problem. And I'm not making it ruin the rest of my night. Because I had plans. You fucking them up. But okay, then you're not part of them. Because best believe I was talking to a friend, another ex, and I was out at the pool hall and I was just sitting there working on the new intro for the Cardisan stream, which I'll premiere for y'all today, and talking to her and just going through certain shit. And she know me. She know me, right? We shared time. We got a good relationship. She know me. And she's like, don't she understand what the fuck it is you went to school for? No, she don't. Apparently. Even being told. Even being in my home and seeing all these books on psychology and shit like that, she don't fucking get it. That goofy shit is not gonna work on me. There is a lot of personal responsibility that comes with managing your own fucking emotions. Because that's not my damn job. So I was telling her, I said, she keep fucking around. She keep fucking around, and I'm gonna fuck with this bartender over here. This tall drink of milkshake. Fucking this bartender about my height. 5'9", 5'10", tall ass white girl. Some fucking Daisy Dukes on. And some thick ass legs and booty hanging out them shorts. And I'm like, God damn, she ain't got no wedding ring on. She probably ain't got no man. She got her Fitbit on, her sports watch, her sports bra. She probably work out because it looked like she worked the fuck out. She got on some running shoes that look like she run in them. Them legs is looking nice. She keep fucking around. I'm gonna fuck with this chick because that chick kept circling around me the whole time I was in the pool hall. You know, that come over to where you are and, oh, the door doesn't work. You need some help, sweetie? Oh, no, it just sticks a little bit. I bet the fuck it do stick. You want me to unstick it for you? That motherfucker kept circling around me, dropping off her scent around me. And I watched her. It's like, why she walk around me again? Where is she going? She going all the way over there to go to a fucking vending machine? Why didn't you go the other way? You could have went the other way. They went to the same vending machine. No, you went around me so you can keep leaving your scent over here. Natalia. I know who the fuck you are, girl. I like that name. I like names that you have to roll your tongue on. Natalia. Poya. So I told my friend when I was sitting there texting because the bartender kept passing. She was trying to see who I was texting. She was trying to see what I was doing. Most of the time I was working on Power Director, making the intro. But I saw her looking over my shoulder. She was trying to see who I was texting, if I was texting the chick or not. And that's why I stopped her and asked her name. And I'm texting my friends and she keep fucking around. I'm gonna fuck with this tall milkshake right here in the yard. Keep fucking around, find out. Because one thing I know, bitches love fucking with a dude when they feel like you and did some man wrong and fuck it up. Women like to feel better than the next bitch. They love that shit. They will go out of their way to do it. That's why married men catch so much fucking hell wearing their wedding ring. Because chicks see that shit and immediately try to fuck with them because they want to prove they're better than your ass. That the woman you got at home ain't this. That's all. Validation for them. And on a Scorpio weekend, on my birthday weekend, well, I'll take that free validation. So I'm come with a gummy mouth? Okay. Why not? You cute. You attractive as fuck. I like to feel those legs squeezing around me. Told you, I'm a big lesbian. I've known since I was born. Yeah, her entitlement insecurities magnified her immaturity. Yes, Malika. Yes, princess complex is what I was telling my brother when I talked about it. Princess complex. Everybody needs to be kissing my ass. And the projection was, oh, you always get your way. Obviously, I don't. Obviously, I don't. If I always got my way, I would not be somebody who knows how to compromise if I always got my way. Because people who always get their way don't know how to fucking compromise. That's how you know. That's a psychological fucking tell just from conversation. This is why I get along with BGS so much, because I understand what it is to be smart in a world full of fucking dumbasses. It is a burden. Knowledge is a burden. And unfortunately, as big as my fucking head is, I know a lot. And I don't say as much as I know because it is a burden. It fucks with people. And it fucks with me. Because now I have to carry that burden that you feel some kind of way about this shit. And have to understand that you're going to be thinking, he thinks I'm not on his level. But it's okay. I can play down to yours. Motherfuckers. Anyway, with that, let's get on with the geek shit. I got 2 hours in. It's my birthday stream. I'll run it like I want to. If you showed up for the geek shit and left because you didn't hear me talking about Loki and the Marvels and stuff like that, well, too fucking bad. November 12th comes once a year. This shit will still be bad next year. Or good, depending on what you're watching. So forgive me for getting into my bag with shit that I'm interested in. So I can be kind of pissed off about somebody fucking up my plans for bending a motherfucker over and having them call my name in infamy. But it is what the hell it is. You move on and do other shit. Now, see, this is some love right here. This is definitely some love right here. Who just texted me? Ex-wifey texted me. Happy 5-0. Hope you have a wonderful day and many blessings for your future. That's ex-wifey. You know, the one that we divorced and shit? Texting me out the blue to wish me a happy birthday. Not the chick that was sucking me off a week ago. Petty, selfish, self-centered motherfuckers, man. And what I'm gonna do? Because I don't give a fuck about her new husband, I'm gonna send her a kiss back too. Cause fuck him. So I told her, thank you much. Thank you. Thank you. Very much appreciated. Cause she's gonna be 50 next year. And she's going to Thailand for her 50th birthday. And like I would suggest, and she loved that shit too. Loves kisses. Right. She's going to Thailand for her 50th birthday, which she should do because she hasn't been there since she was fucking born. But I told her when she told me that shit, I said, you know where you got to go. You know where you got to go. You got to go to that river where your mother figured out that she was about to have you in Thailand. That's where she was born. You got to go there. She said, already going. Good, do that shit. Because that's me having goals and aspirations for other people, their life. That's important for them. That shit ain't got nothing to do with me. But I know it's important for her to close that circle for her, for who she's trying to develop into. It's important for her. It's not important for me. I can give a fuck. But it's important that she does that. And I was reinstilling it in her mind that you go to Thailand for your 50, that's where you need to go for no other reason. Go back to your fucking homeland and see the spaces where your mother was when you were born, where you were escaped from. Because make no mistake about it, ex-wifey was going to be sold as a baby if her adopted father and mother didn't come rescue her ass. They rescued her ass from Thailand while the babysitter was going to sell her ass off as a baby. Life is real fucking cheap there. Ask them how much their time is fucking worth. It ain't worth taking care of this goddamn kid. We can sell this motherfucker and eat. She was about to be sold, nigga. She got lucky coming to America. So I know for her, it's important for her to go back to Thailand, touch soil with her roots and where she was almost born, where she was born. It's important because that fills in a hole in her. And that's me caring about her psychological development. It's just what it is. It's just who the fuck I am, man. I don't have to be with her to want good things for her ass. So if white meat gonna get her there, get her the fuck there, nigga. Get her there. But she needs to go. So there's a birthday story for your ass. November 12th is a holiday, debauchery day. I wish it was debauchery day, Fracture. I wish it was debauchery day. I'd take down my ex if she let me. My ex from this year. If she let me, I'd take her ass down. Just because. Because in this year, that's somebody I felt the closest with. And she did text me today. I told you all that. She did text me this morning. That is the trust right there. Women love to prove that they're better than one you have at home. Yeah. Look, women compete with each other all the time. What they wear out the house, what kind of makeup they wear, how they get attention at work, how men respond to them on the street, what kind of men they can grab, what kind of dudes they can fuck. Women compete with each other on all kinds of silly shit. I told ex-wifey that when I found out about her fucking cheating is that if I would have told some other chick that shit, they would have fucked me right there just for that. Just to prove that you fucked up. I don't care about that shit. They like validating themselves off of other people. That's why it's hard for a married man, because another woman is always trying to prove she's better than your wife. Always. I think I told y'all the story. I went to Home Depot with my wife at the time in tow. And I went to check out at the lumber door. And this same black chick that was in there, who always rude to me when I'm in there, was all smiling in my face and shit like that, being all extra nice and shit like that. And wifey asked me, it's like, do you know her? I said, hell no, this bitch is mean every time I come in there. Now, because my wife had a little bit of insecurity about, me being her handsome husband, and her thinking, I guess she didn't think she was cute enough to keep me. It was stupid. But she's like, you don't know her? Fuck no, I don't know that bitch. This bitch is only paying attention to me because you here. Any other time I come in here, she is ignoring the shit out of me. Rude as fuck. That's why I'm looking at her ass right now like, fuck you. She was doing that shit to fuck with my wife. She wasn't doing that shit because she gave a damn about me. She was doing that shit to fuck with my wife, and it did fuck with her. She smelt that shit on her. And she was going in. Oh, thank you. Come again. You're so nice. Like, bitch, shut up. Get the fuck out of here. Dumb shit. Yeah, Home Depot. Toya, 3 different Scorpio men born on 11/12. Get the fuck out of here. I know of. Don't even know them. Just know of. Only 2 people in life born on my birthday. I don't know any other 11/12s. I do not. I don't know any other ones. One of them is a female and she Asian, and the other one I think is a female, a Caucasian woman. I think it's a celebrity. It might be fucking Anne Hathaway, I think. It might be Anne Hathaway. Somebody got Google fingers. You can look that shit up and see when her birthday is. Yeah, but the Home Depot is for sure it is the Home Depot. That bitch didn't care. She'd give 2 fucks about me. Wouldn't slob on my Johnson to resuscitate me to life. But because my little Asian wife was right there and she felt some kind of way about her having a handsome black dude, now she want to be extra sweet on me. Get the fuck out of here. I don't buy that. I don't play that shit. I don't buy it. I know it's bullshit. I know why you're doing it. And like a good father, I ignore bad behavior. Or I punish bad behavior. I'm not playing into that shit. And only fuck with the woman. And that's all it's for, to fuck with her. I can get your man, bitch. That's all that shit is about. My recent ex from this year was Asian, big booty Asian, right? Yeah, she on the 12th. Yeah, I figured that was her. That's why I give Anne Hathaway some slack a little bit. She ain't cute to me. She's not cute to me at all. But I found out she was a Scorpio and she was on my birthday. I was like, God damn, really? All right. I guess you in the club. And the other thing that happened on my birthday, Stan Lee died 2 years ago today. Fucking hell, dude. Yeah, this is probably fitting that I talk about the Marvels now, ain't it? Fucking hell. Anyway, the story point that I was going to was Big Booty Asian ex. She was getting that shit too when we were out. She would get that shit. If we went somewhere where there's some black chicks at, they would try to be fucking with her. They'd try to be fucking with me, fucking with her. I was like, that this ain't got shit to do with me, right? And at least to her credit, she's a little bit more secure in herself because she's older. We're the same age, but it's later in life, right? She understands, like, no, that always happens. Sisters always be shitting on me because she dates black men. So she's seen the shit before, and she don't give a shit because she will throw hands. So she don't give a fuck. Like, fuck the bitches. Like, fuck them. Fuck them. Yes, fuck them because they don't care. And her story was worse than mine at Home Depot. Her story of going to a soul food place to have what it was, chicken and grits and some shit with the dude she was with at that time. The motherfuckers was in there really just shitting on her, like for real. Didn't want to take her order. Didn't want to bring her food right. She don't know. She'll get on the interwebs and trash your whole fucking restaurant. Very, very corporate wise. They was fucking around. Her story was worse than my Home Depot story. All right. So, two things I need to do. I need to read these cards, and then I'm gonna get to you guys' cash apps, and we're gonna get on with this Marvel shit. Now, this is the first card. I got 3 cards: one from my brother, one from my mother, one from Tim. Right. And it was important that I read them. So I figured it'd be fun to read it on the air to see what my actual family, the people who were closest to me, had to say. So I'll skim it first to see if it's anything too personal that y'all don't need to know about. But otherwise, I'll read it so you guys can hear it. Now, I'm wondering, this must be the one from my brother because he was laughing when he gave this shit to me. So I'm expecting some bullshit in this card. I am expecting some bullshit in this card. And he did give me a granddaddy card. Appreciate that. Oh no, this is from Tim. This is Tim's card. So what does it say? You're aging like fine wine. You don't know I don't drink wine, so I'd rather age like whiskey. Get stronger over time. Becoming unreasonably expensive and honestly too good for most people anyway. Yes, I am aging like fine wine. From Till to K9. Thank you, Tim. Thank you very much, Till. That did make me laugh. That did make me laugh. You know I like funny cards. Look, if you ever close enough in my life that I will send you a damn birthday card. If I find 2 cards that's funny, you getting both cards. If I can't decide between the 2, they both funny, you getting both of them bitches. You're gonna open one envelope and have 2 cards in that motherfucker. Because look, I like humor. I like laughing. And sometimes life don't show you enough of stuff to laugh at, but I do love laughing. All right, this one is from my brother. It's from my brother. Grew up with me in the house, same mother, different fathers. And it says for your birthday present, check 1. Birthday card, flat screen TV, Italian sports car. This car seems like he knows what I like. Except the TV part. I said check 1, not number 2 or 3. What'd he say? No flat screen either, but enjoy the next movie on me. Call it a temporary flat screen. Love, bro. Oh, shit. To my baby brother, man. That's my baby brother. 3 years younger than me. Completely different, but in some ways the same because we got the same mother. That was funny as fuck. Call it a temporary flat screen. Flat screen on loan. I should call his ass. I know you don't want to be online if I call him right now, though. That's funny as fuck. And then he did get me a AMC movie card because he knows I go watch movies. That's my brother, man. I bought him his first PlayStation. I drew a picture of him when he was in the hospital. Got in a fight in a club. Captured his likeness on paper. It's my brother. Love the hell out of him. Love the hell out of him. Make me all misty eyed. All right, let's see what Mama had to say. Because I'm serious, she called this morning, early this morning. She asked me about the shit last night. She called this morning. I know what she was calling about. Did you read the card yet? Because she get pissy about that kind of shit. Another reason I need to be dealing with single mothers. That shit remind me too much of my mama. All right. What did Mama say? I pondered what to get you for your birthday. I struggled. I racked my brain. And finally, I decided. Oh, shit. Jesus Christ. Like a damn slot machine. This motherfucker on the desk. It might be counterfeit. Motherfucker was catching the air too much. The heck with it. I don't need this stress. Have a happy birthday. I pondered what to get you for your birthday. I struggled. I racked my brain. And finally, I decided, the heck with it. I don't need this stress. Have a happy birthday. That's my mother. Okay. My mother has great handwriting. And she did use my name. So let's see if this is too personal for y'all. Oh, that was a really sweet message from my mother. Okay, so this is the mom's message. This is the mother's message. So this is older wisdom. Have you guys know, not too personal, but my mother was 15 years old when she had me. I'm her first son, her first child. So in some ways, we have grown up together. In some ways, we have grown up together because we're so close in age. Because she went right from taking care of her youngest brother to taking care of me. Because of that, there are some things that are not necessarily the way I would say regular mother and son relationships are, because in some ways I fall into that you just another younger brother shit, right? But at the same time, I was with her for my life and she did raise me, right? So I get a lot from her. Me liking movies and shit like that, that comes from my mother. My mother loves movies. That's why we can talk about movies and TV shows and shit like that for hours. Even when we can't talk about personal shit, we can talk about movies. And that is something that transfers to my children. So this is the message that this older woman, be it she's 65 now, has left me. This now, mind you, this is my mother. She's a gynocrat. It's just what it is. It don't make her a terrible person, but she is a gynocrat. She was raised by one. Okay. So this is what I get. Son, it's hard to believe that my first son is nearly a senior citizen with me. I thank God for you and praise him for protecting you. The first 50 years are about learning who you are, knowing what you will and won't accept in your life, and loving you. The next years will allow you to see or allow you to use what you've learned to find peace, love, and comfort in your remaining years. I wish you the best on the rest of your journey. Love you, son. Mom, 11/11/23. Almost made me cry. I almost wanted to cry for that. I really did. Because it wasn't a joking card. She actually wrote me a decent message. And I don't say decent because I'm disparaging any other message she gave me. It's just I write deep stuff like that in cards to her. I do. Because I do love my mother despite whatever difficulty we may have in a mother-son relationship. I do love my mother. I will kill somebody over my mother. I have kicked a dude's teeth down his throat about talking about my mother, and that was as a kid. So it is what the fuck it is. She may be a pain in the ass, but that's still in some ways my mother, and I still love her. So that was a really good message. Still got a couple minutes. 1 second. Ain't gonna make me cry on stream. Ain't gonna get me to cry on stream.
Hello?
Hey, mama.
Hey, son. Happy birthday.
Thank you. So I just read your card while I was doing my show, and I got a little misty eyed, so I thought I would call you. But I ain't gonna cry on stream, so don't try to make me cry.
Make you cry.
But thank you for the card. That was a really good message. I really do appreciate that because
Oh, wonderful. I told you I wrote a book.
no, you wrote a succinct message. What y'all don't know, my mother has a poet's mind. Like she used to do poetry when she was younger. And that's
I
kind of
still do.
she still does. And that's kind of what got me into it. Got me into writing poetry. So thank you for that. I mean, it was really touching because I did talk to DX earlier today, and he asked me what 50 felt like, and I was still trying to formulate a real reason, or not real reason, real understanding of what it actually felt like, and what you put in there actually does lead into what 50 is supposed to be now. So I appreciate that.
Right.
Yeah.
And especially in our family, it can be that halfway point
Mhm.
because of the longevity in the family. That it really does act as a halfway
Mhm.
point where you look back at the first 50 and look forward to the next 50.
Yeah. And for y'all that don't know, my family is long lived. We do have 100-year-old fucking aunts and stuff like that have lived to be 100. The men don't usually live that damn long, but we live pretty long.
Right, into the 90s.
Into the 90s. So
The 90s. Yep.
so that's a good message for that. So I thank you for that, mama. Love you.
You're welcome. I love you too.
All right. And I will talk to you later. I'm gonna finish doing the stream, but I did want to call you because Tim made me laugh, Julia made me laugh, but you actually hit me in the soft spot. So I would call you immediately, let you know.
Okay.
All right. Thank you,
All right,
mama.
have a blessed day, darling. Talk to you later.
All right. Love.
Okay, bye. Love you too. Bye-bye.
That was my mama. See, I can talk to people I don't agree with all the time. I can. Because I'm not trying to be disagreeable. I'm only trying to express what I know and my thoughts. That's it. And let other people express theirs. We don't have to agree. We just have to hear each other out. As long as we can do that, we can work with it. Otherwise, fuck you. So on that, I'm gonna finish off this second shot. The good stuff. I will now get to your cash apps, and then we're gonna get into talking some geek shit, so I can get away from being halfway misty-eyed. Y'all don't need to see that shit. Fuck you. Keep believing I don't have no feelings. I have no feelings. I'm heartless. I'm a heartless Scorpio that feels nothing. Shout out to Tori and Rain. I feel nothing. So let me bring this up. Bring up these cash apps and start giving y'all props. So shout out to hold on, give me half a second. I'll make this fast. Excuse me. The fuck out of here. I don't know where this gnat came from, but he is going to die today. He is going to die today. I hate bugs flying around in my fucking face. Damn. I must have missed a number. All right, here we go. Here we go now. Like, share, support stream if you feel so inclined. And first one goes out to D Remedy. D Remedy for donating to the stream. Appreciate you, D Remedy. I will give you that 3B salute. Appreciate you. Next one goes out to Swift Battle. He said for the Geek Sunday tribute. Appreciate you, Swift. I will give you that 3B. Put the hat back on since my head cooled off. I stopped sweating. Bald, freshly bald. Y'all know, y'all men know. You freshly bald, everything is cold. Everything is cold. Like, it is too chilly. It's too chilly out here. Next one goes out to the number one wrench in the building, the Aquateki. Aquateki coming through with the womp womp. Saying another successful trip around the sun. You said the same thing my friend Sally said. You said the same thing. Celia X, she real spiritual. I'm really appreciating her friendship now. Really is. And she said the same thing this morning when she texted me, said, happy another year around the sun. That's deep for me. So appreciate you, Aquateki. Appreciate you being in the chat and always being here, coming through, supporting the brother. I do. I will give you my thanks and a 3B salute. Appreciate you.
Money for the crowd, double lag. Fat, double lag. 100 on the sack, double lag. Block like a ghost town, still double bag.
And to this funny motherfucker who gave me the funniest line so far of the stream, too early, too late, can never pull out on time. Shout out to the No One with the number 11. I see what you did there, No One. That was clever for your double up. I appreciate that. So on the first one, I will give you the guts and butts. Appreciate you.
Double up 3 or 4 times. I ain't telling no lie. Let's run it up. Never let a hard time on the rush.
Now, the only reason I'm telling how much these two donations were is because he did them in my birthday, right? So the first donation, y'all know No One always double up, right? Because he liked the guts and butts. That's fine. But this time, he did 11 on the first one and 12 on the second one. 11, 12. I like the way that motherfucker think, man. I like the way he think. And still, Maestro, please. Definitely, No One. Always appreciate you coming through. Always appreciate the love. I will give you, again, the guts and butts. Appreciate it.
Double up 3 or 4 times. I ain't telling no lie. Let's run it up.
Next one goes out to D. Anderson. Appreciate you, D. Anderson. He said, love the brim, big pimpin'. Boom, 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 boom. Dun, 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 dun. If my buddy No Sleep was here, we'd actually be getting into some shit. I should have went to Dallas. Still can. I got enough time. I still got 3-4 days. I can fly to Dallas. I can't fly to Dallas. That's the beauty of being grown, right? Like, I got money in bank. I can go get a ticket right now and be in Dallas in like 6 hours and have a good time that night. So appreciate you, D. Anderson, for supporting the stream and giving me an idea. So appreciate you. Next one goes out to my Scorpio brother, Joe Herb. This nigga dropped dough, nigga. He is the all-time leading scorer on chat side. For one for each year, buddy. Appreciate you, Joe Herb. You just don't know how much, man. I tell you, but words don't convey it. English language does not convey it well enough. I do. I appreciate your support. I was thinking about you last night, about Black businesses and how we have to support them and people who get into creative endeavors. You are one of them. So keep working on your book. Keep putting out your shit. Time waits for no man, so get it out as soon as you can. Appreciate you, Herb. I don't even have one for that. I don't have one for that. I'm gonna have to give you the whole fee-mercial to try to make up for that. Herb dropped a big 5-0 on the Negro. So let me give you the whole fee-mercial. Appreciate you, Herb.
Get your booty to the pole, 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 get your booty to the pole. Yeah.
Did we get your attention? Good.
Get your booty to the pole.
Get your booty to the pole. Get your booty to the pole.
Get your to the pole, get your booty 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 to the pole, get your booty.
I just realized something. I'm looking kind of like Kid Rock in this bitch. That's what that tipped up on the end brim looked like. Fucking Kid Rock. God damn it. And even though he was doing it after Run DMC, because he liked Run DMC, that's what I just thought about just now. Fucking Kid Rock. Imagine that. Next one goes out to the one and the only Beastly Nerd. Appreciate you, Beastly Nerd, for supporting the stream. I will give you that 3B. And last and certainly not least, Black Man Money Talk, better known as BMT, more affectionately known as my Trigger Man. Appreciate you, Ro, for coming through the stream and supporting it. I will give you that 3B salute. Appreciate you, B. Appreciate Malika talking about shout out to Mama MC. Yeah, she ain't an MC. She kept her original name. She was never married to my father, but I know what you mean. Yeah. Shout out to Mickey B. And what did Toya say? Another artist say, tickets to Dallas are cheap. I know. Are you trying to get Toya fucked up? You know, goddamn well, Aria. If I show up in Dallas, I'll be trying to hit Toy up like, so where's the spot to go out in this motherfucker? I'm like, where do y'all have a good time out here? Is just stare at cactuses and sand and shit, or what? What the fuck? What we do around here? Because I'm in town. So let's party. It'd be the same thing if I showed up in Philly. If I showed up in Philly, it'd be the same thing. Like, Malika, what the fuck do you do in this town, man? What the fuck? Gonna be here forever. Talking like Rick James. I'm in Philly, nigga. Let's enjoy myself. Come slap his manager or some shit. Come slap his manager. Malika, do you know them? I don't know that nigga. But I appreciate his spunk. Oh, shit. All right, let's get into this geek shit. All right, y'all tell me, what do you want first? What do you want first? We got Gen V. We got Loki. We got the Marvels. What's this other shit I got on here? Oh, these are just some movies that are coming up that I'm looking forward to. So Gen V, Loki, the Marvels, and Invincible. We got 4 of them on the plate. So what do y'all want to do? One of them I remember a little bit better than the other one because I watched it more recently. But I'm thinking it should be the Marvels first. Look at Malika, Marvels. See, read my mind already. We'd have fun. I guarantee it, Malika. I guarantee we'd have fun. Because that big motherfucker Charles would probably drive up there. That big motherfucker Charles would drive up there. I go to Baltimore. I got to fuck with Charles. Charles and Dr. Anwar. Because I know Charles going to get me into some fucking trouble. And I don't mean trouble in a bad way. Charles like big-legged chicks. And I don't know if Baltimore is chocolate city or not, but that nigga be finding some baddies. I'll be a good wingman and pick off the strays. She's going down. She's going down. I got scratch one. Got that bogey off your tail, big guy. You set him up, I'll knock him down. I'm just saying. I'm not a super player, but I do know how to talk. I will bag my share. When I lived in Philly back in the day, they used to stroll down the block on weekends. Down there, the McDonald's below City Center or Center City. I don't know anything about Philly. I haven't been to Philly. That's like, because I don't know anything about it, it sounds like it's a place I should visit. The only thing I know about Philly is, what is it? Is it Constitution Hall? Some other shit, some other historical shit, and Philly cheesesteaks. So as long as I'm in Philly having a Philly cheesesteak, hanging out with somebody I know there, I'm good. I'm gonna see the sights. I'm gonna stroll around, see what's what. Herb said it's all good to him. Like, you paid the most. You got to roll with what you want to see first. What you want to talk about first. Bad stuff out. Beastly talking about bad stuff out the way. Here you go. And Toya laughing. You keep laughing. You know, nothing gets a woman's panties off more than a giggle. Ask comedians. Rocky, Parking Wars, and Jones. Yeah, Rocky also, obviously Rocky. Got to go to the steps. Got to see if my 50-year-old fat ass can make it up the steps. And I'm not really big. I'm just big for me. So that's why I call myself fat, just to program it in myself that you need to be back hitting them sit-ups and shit. Get Ripley. Kate Sanders said, you ain't missing much. Like, you live there, though, dude. That's why. Like, people coming to California, I'm from the Bay Area. They was like, oh, man, it must be awesome here. It's all right. Like, people from there don't give a shit. You desensitize to the beauty, okay? Let the tourists come in town throw some money around all over the place, thinking this shit is wonderful, and then fucking leave. And then you look at them leaving like they don't know what the fuck they lucky they escaping. That's what we for. That's what tourists is for. Loving the place that you find shitty. Look, I had a whole conversation the other day with some new residents that came from the South, and they didn't know about California. And in the time I was in there fixing their oven, I was sitting there gaming them up on California. Them motherfuckers was shocked, like, man, I didn't even know all of that. Cause you ain't been here, but I'm from here. We know now. We talk politics, all kind of shit. It was like, man, thank you for the update on what really goes on here. It's like, hey, you seem cool. You seem cool. So might as well let you know what you got into instead of you finding out, after the fact. Yeah, like New Yorkers in Times Square during New Year's. Yeah, y'all came, y'all party, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Gone. Go back to your fucking boroughs, where the fuck you're from, and take the bullshit with you. Clean up your mess. Like, yeah, give me the money, but get the fuck out of here. It's over. The ball dropped. Fuck off. You know what the hell it is? Okay. Somebody text me again. Love her. Kiwi. That was an old customer texting me. Happy birthday. EK. Appreciate that. All right, so let's jump into the Marvels, and we do that shit first. So then we'll clear out all the suckers. So everybody else that didn't want to stick around for the rest of this shit, they'll do that. Do I need a quick intermission? 2:25? No, I'm not editing the stream down too much. All right. I need to go to the restroom. Maybe I'll wait. All right, let's jump into the Marvels first, since y'all want the bad news. Bad news first. Like, share, subscribe, support the stream if you feel so inclined. If you're doing a timestamp on this bitch, it's 22:25, and now we're gonna dive full into the Marvels. So let me get my spoiler alert up here, and we'll get into this. All right, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler. I don't have my klaxon sound right now. I could use this one for my klaxon sound. He in here, so it's okay. So here we go, spoiler alert. All right, shout out to the Beastly Nerd. That's his intro. So here we go. All right. The Marvels. The movie that will live in infamy in geekdom as supposedly being the worst movie that the MCU has ever created. I disagree. Why do I disagree? I didn't find the movie that bad. Now, I hear a lot of people giving a lot of critique on the movie about how terrible it is to have these women and this actors and all the rest of this shit. Y'all know I'm not a huge fan of Brie Larson. Y'all know that shit. That she turned me around from actually being excited that, oh, okay, she can be there. She's kind of cute and all the rest of that shit. Liked her in United States of Terror, to seeing her show up in Captain Marvel from what that movie was. And I'm like, oh, fuck that bitch. Fuck her. And hearing the dumb shit that came out of her mouth, like, oh my God, dude, what the fuck? I have been so fooled. I have been so fooled. To actually getting to the point that I thought she did her performance in Fast X was actually entertaining. It's like, oh man, I seem like I'm liking her a little bit. Now, according to Steven, I want to slip Brie Larson a little bit of pole. I laughed when he told me that shit because he said that shit in front of my coworker. No, I actually do want to slip some pole too. But be that as it may, she cute. I wouldn't kick her out of bed. Brie Larson, that is. I wouldn't kick her out of bed. But besides the fact, she going through a lot. And I don't know if I'm going soft or whatever, but when I found out that her ass was damn near homeless when she broke up with her boyfriend, I was like, damn, really? Oh, you just having a rough time, aren't you? I'm not a fan of anybody having a real rough time. I'm really not. But be that as it may, y'all know I'm not a fan of Brie Larson right now. Right? I don't think this was a bad movie for her. I don't. Torian touched on it in his review, which nobody else did, except probably me, but I haven't done my review yet, that this was actually more growth for her character. Her character of Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, was more likable in this one. And I give that to the writer and the director. Because the last director was a feminist, straight up. That's why you saw all that irritating shit where she was just trying to emasculate every man she came across. That made that character fucking unsufferable and totally unrecognizable from the Carol Danvers I know from comic books that I actually kind of like seeing show up in comics. This Carol Danvers in the MCU, I did not like whatsoever, and I was very clear about that. I was a fan of the Carol Danvers character. I was not a fan of the MCU version of Captain Marvel. Fuck all that. That shit did not work for me at all. Pretty visuals. Didn't like the personality and the attitude. Fuck that. No. That's why I enjoyed the part the most in Endgame when Thanos punched her ass into the epilogue, because then I didn't have to see her ass no more. With her Nova ripoffs. Now, be that as it may, it was a good movie for her, for that character, because you got to see some emotional depth in that character. You got to see some emotional stakes for that character and some growth, because Carol Danvers ain't a fucking hero. No. Now, if you're still in here, I assume you saw the spoiler warning and you didn't decide to get the fuck out because you didn't want to hear about the movie. So here we go. Okay. When I told you guys in my reaction that this movie is more about redemption and owning up to your mistakes, that's what the fuck it is. Carol Danvers, if you think there was another movie in between there or not, which it wasn't, but if you think that, after Captain Marvel #1, Carol Danvers flew back to Hala, the Kree homeworld, and she destroyed the Supreme Intelligence. By destroying the Supreme Intelligence, which runs the Kree society, which a lot of your internet geeks apparently don't fucking know that. They sun and they environment was fucked up. They were living on a place with no water, and the sun stopped fucking moving correctly. Because the Supreme Intelligence, this supercomputer, this mind of minds, controls all of that shit. She blew it the fuck up and pieced out. And because of that, the rest of the Kree that were left called her the Annihilator. But because she caused the death of a lot of people. Hundreds. That was like a fucking genocide that she did. You know, little Karen mad about some shit and went and fucked up something and cost other people their goddamn lives. They had an issue with her. The Kree did. So much so that some of these Kree, over that 30 years time span, really ended up hating fucking Captain Marvel. So much so, the Civil War that started tearing their fucking society apart after that shit became the impetus for what's her name? Da Bin. I'm saying that name wrong. I'm saying the name wrong. The lead villain in this shit, I'm saying the name wrong. That's why people can't remember the shit. It doesn't roll off the tongue correctly. I think it's Darbin. That's why she had an issue with Carol Danvers, because she saw her there destroy the Supreme Intelligence. And just for all the dumb motherfuckers that don't read comic books to understand, this is not a bargain basement Ronan the Accuser. The accusers are a group of people, you fucking idiots. There are more than one accuser, but there is one named Ronan. Accusers are a group in Cree society. That's what they do. That's their whole fucking job. It's their title, accuser. They punish the heretics. You know, they fanatics about their Cree faith. You know, like Jedis and Sith. Ronan was one of the accusers. They all got hammers, nigga. You remember in the last Captain Marvel where the other ship showed up and on those other ships were other fucking accusers? And they decided to peace out because that bitch was on one that day? Like, no, this ain't that time of the month to be fucking with her. No, let's go. You know, fuck them, let them have Earth. We got some other shit to take care of out here in space. So Darbin happens to be another Cree who is an accuser, and she has a fucking hammer too. Now, what exactly her hammer is powered by, I don't know. Can't be Ronan's hammer, can it? Why? Because if you goofballs actually saw Guardians of the Galaxy #1, Ronan's hammer was destroyed. You know, that whole dance-off scene at the end? I'm distracting you, fucknut. Remember that shit? What happened? Rocket, with the little cannon on his chest, blasted, or excuse me, not Rocket. How am I gonna forget his fucking Drax? Jesus Christ, dude. I really need to eat some food. Drax, with that cannon strapped to his chest, shot Ronan's hammer. And it exploded. And out of it came the Power Stone, which Peter Quill grabbed. Ronan don't have no fucking hammer no more. So she ain't got Ronan's hammer. Now, what her hammer is powered by, they kind of loose on that. But it does have some energy in it. Because Kree can project power. Some of them can. So I don't have a problem with Darbin having a fucking hammer. I don't think she's Ronan the Accuser because she's fucking Darbin the Accuser. Another of the same group. With some nice legs. Just let me say. Tom Hiddleston. Good job, nigga. Good job. Like, why do white boys keep snagging all these nice looking sisters? I'm not jealous. I'm just like, where y'all? Can I hang out where y'all hang out? She got a little accent and shit, good skin. Like, nigga, I love me a little chocolate. That's why Toya get love. Now, oh, look, somebody else in here who fucking read comic books. The accusers were a council of elite judges in Kree society in the Marvel Universe. Well, thank you, Malika. Thank you for that. Because all these big time reviewers and stuff like that seem to miss that shit when they just want to slander the fucking movie with calling this person the knockoff Ronan. How is she a knockoff Ronan? It's just another fucking accuser. Fucking idiots. This is what I mean by people being disingenuous. This is what I mean by them being disingenuous. Don't know the material. So can't really speak to it. And won't tell you that. Now, Dar-Ben's axe to grind with Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, is because she did destroy the Supreme Intelligence, which threw the Kree Society into a civil fucking war, which damaged their fucking planet. So these motherfuckers are living like on the last days of Krypton right now. Their sun is dying. They have no atmosphere. They wearing breathing masks and shit for the last 30 goddamn years. There is no oceans on a planet no more. None of that nice shit you saw in the first Captain Marvel movie, that shit is gone. Because the Supreme Intelligence was running all of that. And she destroyed the Supreme Intelligence. Because she mad. Fucked up their whole society. So I understand why Dar-Ben got an axe to grind against this bitch. What did Dar-Ben do? Since the accusers are one of those, in an anime sense, think of them as the root in Naruto. You know, you got the Konoha village, Konohamaru, right? You got that village. Remember the root, them crazy motherfuckers that had all the Sharingans and stuff like that? They actually care that much about Konoha, that village, the village hidden in the leaves, that they would do some grimy shit. Well, that's what the accusers are to the Kree Society. They care that much about the Kree Society, they will do some grimy shit to make sure it exists, that it survives. What was the grimy shit that this bitch was doing? Well, Dar-Ben figured out that she's going to try to find these quantum bands. And in the beginning of the movie, you see her finding one of the quantum bands. And the quantum band just so happens to look like Ms. Marvel's bangle if you watch that fucking show. Now, with this quantum band, and yes, Malika, that actress playing Dar-Ben, if y'all know her name, put it in the chat because she has some interesting damn name that makes it sound good that my tongue rolls over it. And you don't know what my tongue like rolling over, ladies. Why am I picturing artisan on a horse in the desert right now? Because you know it can fucking happen. It ain't a stretch of the imagination. Fuck around and find out. Be up there. Who that nigger on that nag? Anyway. So in the beginning of the movie, you see Dar-Ben finding this quantum band. And with this quantum band and the power in her hammer, she is able to open a space gate. Right? It's called a gate, but it's basically like a warp point. And I like to, oh yeah, there we go. There we go. Swift on the ball. Swifty in here, quick. Zawe Ashton. Yes. Zawe Ashton. Tom Hiddleston's wife. Shout out to BMT and his little crew of geeks over there. They the ones threw that shit out there. I forget what the big brother's name was, but look, I give everybody credit for their shit. I'm not a thief, nigga. I have my own ideas. I'll give you credit for yours. But he's the one threw that out there that was Tom Hiddleston's wife. I didn't know that shit. Good job, Tom. You low key, nigga. Like, god damn, you snagged him one. I need to hang out with Tom Hiddleston. I need to hang out with Loki. Because Loki know where to find some baddies. Like, god damn. Might not be as smooth, but look, she might not be as crazy as Jada Pinkett Smith. She's nice to look at, nigga. Even with caps on her teeth. Just saying. So She opens this portal, testing out her powers. Now, while this whole space phenomenon is going on, because she opened that portal, it is causing problems in this portal space gate network, because it is a network of wormholes or some such that you find out later was created by these quantum bands. So one of these gates opens up near Earth. One of the things that I found and I put in my notes that I thought was interesting, that there is a hyperspace gate right outside of Earth. And this is where you get Nick Fury on the Sabre space station with Monica Rambeau outside trying to fix the Sabre station, because this gate opens up and starts throwing off some really weird energy and shit. I'm like, oh shit, we got a hyperspace gate near Earth. Oh shit, we could be going through that. Sabre keeping a rap on this, man. We need to delve into this in some other show. We need to delve into this. Give me an Alpha Flight show or something, so we can see what the fuck is going on with this gate. Because I don't know. I watched Babylon 5 and a Deep Space Nine. Their space stations was close to a gate. That was fodder for good stories. It was straight fodder for good stories. You got one outside of Earth, man, you can make up a whole new show on this. It ain't even got to be based on no comics. Just use some characters and get it popping. That's an interesting idea. Let's use it, please. Use it. Do something with it. Now, while Captain Rambeau is outside, not the First Blood Rambeau, but you get the idea. Ooh, Tom just knocked the baby out her ass last year too. Low key than a motherfucker. Boy, got a mischief. He was in that shit. He gonna hold on to that one. Knocked the baby out of her. But, where you going? Where you going, Mrs. Hiddleston? Ting! He cashed that ass out, boy. She cashed that ass out. Okay, he want to keep that shit. I'm not mad at you, Tom. I'm not mad at you, my nigga. Shit, do another Loki show. So while Monica Rambeau is outside, showing that she does have some more control over her powers now. She understands her powers. You don't know exactly what the time frame is since WandaVision, but you know she's back up in space. At the end of WandaVision, somebody wanted to talk to her up in space, and she went back up into space, so she's back working with Sword and Nick Fury. Cool. Don't have a problem with that. She goes to inspect the hyperspace gate that opened up and the weird energy that's thrown off, because as her powers are described to work, she can see all this energy. She can see it in different spectrums. Even though they didn't call it a spectrum. They kind of did, but they didn't. Right? Sorry, Joy. Anna, I can't watch this right now. Give a sword show to introduce Reed and Beast working on station new concept. Hey, might as well. A saber is a sword, right? A saber is a type of sword. I don't like the space station being called Saber, but if they want to do something different, I can't stop them. I can't fucking stop them. I would rather it was called Sword. But in this new era, come on, man. Call it Saber. A longer name that don't make no fucking sense. Whatever the fuck. They can always change it to Sword later on. Okay? It's just what it is. Now, Monica goes to investigate this hyperspace gate. While Monica was outside, Nick Fury was on a call with Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, who was on her ship out in space somewhere doing some shit, right? And what everybody calls the torture device is her going through her memories. What she's basically doing when she has this little headset on is trying to recover her fucking memories that were wiped from her by the Kree and the Supreme Intelligence. is basically like her own version of giving herself therapy, which everybody should go and get for your past traumas, especially women. Men can work it out by, getting into some fight schools and stuff like that and having somebody kick your ass and how to get that shit out of your system. Women, you need that shit because you ain't about to sit in the ring with nobody and start getting your ass kicked to learn that, you know what? I need to be a little bit more humble. I need to calm some of this shit down and learn how to deal with people more respectfully. No, you need therapy. Take your ass to therapy. So that's what she's doing. She's giving herself therapy by putting on the scroll headset that goes through her memories and going through her memories and piecing all of this shit back together, which is not a bad idea. It's a good use of her time instead of sitting on her ship with this fucking flirking, not a cat, a flirking goose just chilling. Just chilling. They out there trying to help in any ways they can. But what you find out later in the episode or later in the show is that Captain Marvel is dealing with grief from destroying the Supreme Intelligence, y'all. She realized what she did, what it caused in her society. So she's been out there that whole time trying to actually fix that shit. She's fucked up and she knows it. And she tries to fix it in some kind of ways, but doesn't really know how. That is character growth for that character. To understand that she ain't the end all be all, most powerful, the goodest thing going. No, you fucked up. And it cost people their lives. What are you going to do about it? How are you going to unfuck this? I don't know. Of course not. Because it's easier to break shit than it is to build it or fix it. And some people only know how to break shit. Whose time is more valuable? The person who breaks or the person who builds? And that's a little side note you can actually ponder later. So, while talking to Nick Fury, Carol gets these readings and she goes to investigate. What she goes to investigate is the portal, the hyperspace gate that Dar-Benn opened up. And she's mysteriously kind of drawn to it. She's trying to see what it is exactly. And while she's investigating it on one corner of the universe, Captain Rambeau, Monica Rambeau, is investigated on the Earth side of the universe. Now, when they touch the gate, miraculously, they end up touching the gate at the same time in different places. When they touch the gate, it immediately makes them switch places. But what happens is Monica switches places with Carol, but Carol doesn't switch places with Monica. Carol switches places with Kamala Khan back in New Jersey. Why? Well, because Kamala Khan has this bangle, the thing that she calls the bangle that she got from her grandmother, who was from the Jinn dimension, And the bangle started glowing and acting really weird while Kamala was in her room being a fucking teenage girl. And when she touched it, she disappeared. And Carol Danvers ended up in Kamala's fucking bedroom. Now, why is that? The bangle is a quantum band. It's one of the two quantum bands that created those hyperspace gates. That's what it does. Dar-Benn has one and used it to rip open that gate as a test to see if she could do it. because that energy created those gates, it is tied to that bangle that Ms. Marvel has. And because Monica Rambeau and Carol Danvers touched the gates created by that quantum band, at the same time, it ended up entangling all three of their powers together. Because of the quantum band that Ms. Marvel has. Now, not solely because their powers are intertwined together, but because the quantum band is the source of that gate's power. And then the two of those powered people touching it kind of tied them all together. Okay, plausible. To me, it's kind of plausible. Even though I'm on record saying they powers ain't shit alike. In the comic books, they powers ain't nothing alike. In the MCU, they powers ain't really shit alike. Given this reasoning, okay, I can rock with that. I can rock with that a little bit. Because two people touching opposite sides of a hyperspace gate who are powered with energy at the same time should make them swap places. Should. Make sense to me. Science-wise. You have now joined powers through this gate. The gate does teleportation, transportation across the universe. Yes, you should be fucked up and swapping places. The reason you swapping places with Kamala as well is because that bangle is the energy that she uses, and it's tied to those gates. So yeah, that makes sense. Now, to correct some of these other goofy motherfuckers who reviewed this shit, they do not swap places every time they use their powers. They swap places every time they use their powers at the same time. This is in the dialogue. Do you fucking people actually watch movies? Or do you just get bullet points? You don't pay attention. It's said right in the dialogue how that works. And since it's said right in the dialogue how it works, there should be no misconception about, well, it doesn't make sense. Every time they use their powers, they switch places. And some of the times they didn't switch places. Because they weren't using them at the same time, dumbass. Are you paying attention? Or are you just looking at the flashing lights? Now, I was curious how this power switching was going to work in a movie. I really was. This seems at least plausible, and it was a bit interesting to me. I was like, okay, I can rock with this. This is more interesting than. Because initially you have no control over it. But you can learn to control it, which is what they do in the movie. They learn how to control that shit. And how they learn to control it is novel. For where they are and who they are, it's a novel approach to learning how to control that shit. And I like that because it harkened back to anime. For me, the reference was Evangelion, where Shinji and Asuka had to learn how to get in sync with each other so they can take on these fucking aliens or the fucking angels. They had to train. They had to learn how to become in sync with each other, mentally and physically, so they can go and take on these angels and choreograph their moves the same to win. It's the same thing with these three fucking people. That's what they had to learn how to do. To me, that's growth. It happened over the show. It's a given situation. And you develop mastery of this situation over time. What's the fucking problem here? I thought that was storytelling. Now, you end up in some funny scenes with them switching back and forth because they don't know what's happening. They're just going about their lives, dealing with the situation that they're dealing with. And they keep swapping back and forth between fights, non-fights, and whatever, which is an interesting scene, which first let me know in the movie that, okay, the fight scenes are pretty good. Pretty good. They're not amazing. They're not John Wick. They ain't the fucking Matrix. But you know what? I'm not watching John Wick or a fucking Matrix movie. I'm watching a movie where one of the principal actors is a fucking teenage girl. How badass do you think the fight scene is about to be? This ain't Black Widow. And they was kicking people's ass in Black Widow. Females be damned. They was throwing each other all through shit. That was a guy's fight scene in Black Widow that chicks was pulled off. Like, god damn, dude, they beat each other, the shit out of each other. Oof. Without all the blood, though. So it is what it is. And y'all got to respond in the chat. Don't let me think y'all just dead over there. Questions fuel the conversation. Dialogue helps it all move around. Now, during all this swapping back and forth, you end up in a situation where Monica Rambeau has to reveal that she can actually fly. Now, this is a big deal for me. This is a big deal for me. Outside of seeing Tiana Parrish, who I think is beautiful. BTM all day. I like the Spectrum character. Now, she's not called Spectrum in this. She kind of resists the name, a code name, because she's more business oriented. She wanted to be in space. She wanted to work in space. She works in space. She's smart. She's the brains of this shit. She ain't want no damn code name. She don't want that shit. Whatever. But being there and having a situation where Ms. Marvel is falling from a ridiculously high height because she has now swapped places with Captain Marvel, who was trying to leave the atmosphere and go out into space to go to where she believes Ms. Marvel was transported to. They end up swapping places and she ends up falling what could be to her fucking death. And it's on Monica Rambeau to go up and catch her. Nick Fury tells her, you're going to have to fly. And she ain't comfortable with that shit. She's not really good with it yet. Now, this is where the Black Girl Magic line comes in. Because one of the things he throws in there is, come on, Black Girl Magic. And she finally takes off and flies, right? It's used as a motivational thing to get Monica Rambeau to just nut up and fly up there, have some confidence in herself about flying and just fly up there and catch Ms. Marvel. I don't have a problem with the Black Girl Magic being used in that context. I really don't. It's a Black woman having superpowers through walking through a magical fucking hex. Kind of makes sense to call it magic. What's the problem? What is the fucking issue? I got to see a character that I wanted to see on the screen, the original Captain Marvel, flying. Yes, I want that shit. Yes, I'm fine with that. What the fuck? Oh shit, she's flying. I was happy. I didn't give a fuck about the Black Girl Magic line. Look at JT in here talking about, stop using logic. God damn it, stop using logic. You might make me like this shit. It is a funny way to use it, beastly nerd, and it makes the most sense. What's he supposed to say? White power? Come on, man. What the fuck? That's what people are bitching about. When they talk about the Black Girl Magic line, that's the context of the situation. That's why I say, think about the people you're listening to these reviews from and what their background is. What their background is, what their political bent is, what direction they're coming at this shit from. But they're bitching about something with no goddamn context. The context makes perfect sense, so I don't give a shit about the Black Girl Magic line. I got to see Spectrum flying. Oh shit. God damn, we got a whole Black woman hero in this bitch. It ain't Power Mittens. Wakanda forever? No, it's not that. It's somebody who actually has power, who is actually capable of being the strongest person in the MCU. The strongest person in the MCU. You don't get that shit? That'll make your nuts feel all like, ooh, yeah, she cute too. That don't make you feel good? Fuck wrong with y'all? Cynical ass bitches. Yes, people are. I told you, I watched 7 goddamn reviews yesterday. 7 fucking reviews from people, one of which I don't call a competitor, but we all talking about the same shit. 7 goddamn reviews from reviewers I actually like. All of them mentioned that goddamn line. All of them had the same response, except for one, all but one, Torian. Because Torian was actually being fucking fair. That's why I give him credit. He actually did a fair fucking review. He gave you the negatives. He gave you the positives. Everybody else, oh, it's just negatives. It's just shit. It's just garbage. Disney is finished. Well, if you want Disney to be finished, if that's what you really want, because that's all you really do want. You just want to tear down Disney. You don't give a fuck about this goddamn movie. It's another brick to throw at their glass house right now. And you're going to break it down to as many fucking pebbles as you can to keep throwing it at their asses. No, he should say, I trash. I trash. Yeah, here you go, JT. Some people like Anton was saying it's going to flop. Ray, you always throwing somebody else's name in this shit. Why are you bringing up Anton? I don't know what the fuck Anton said. And I'm not going to say nothing bad about what Anton said. Anton can say whatever the fuck he want to. As far as I know, Anton a millionaire. He could buy my ass. Not for cheap, though. That's his opinion. I told you it probably wasn't going to do well either. I told you that shit flat out. It's probably not going to do well. Y'all want to go back and watch my fucking 2023 predictions for the movies coming up? That Marvel's was going to be dead on fucking arrival? Just from knowing that the critics that don't want to like it were not going to like it. It didn't matter what the fuck was in it. It didn't. I said that shit back in February. It ain't been not proven true, and I'm not fucking psychic. I'm just a student of human moves and human behavior. And some of that shit don't change. It's remarkably consistent, which most motherfuckers can't be intentionally. K. Sanders, so we got black men giving positive encouragement to black women, and she succeeds after that in the movie. Exactly, K. Smanders. Yeah, exactly. He gave her some encouragement, and she did the shit. Oh, fuck. Rest of the movie, she flying after that. Imagine that. Holy shit. Does that make like Nick Fury like her daddy? Oh, I will add this too. She never talked shit to Nick Fury in the whole movie. She actually gave Nick Fury respect the whole movie. Imagine that shit. This was not Wakanda forever. Thank you, Lion. This is my birthday hat. My birthday 50-0 hat. You can buy me. Not for cheap. Anton buy buildings and shit like that, as far as I know, and do real estate. Nigga, I'm a carpenter. I'm a whole journeyman carpenter. I do remodels and shit. Yeah, you can buy some of my time. You could. He could. I'm not shitting on him at all. I told you, I don't shit on black men online. I don't know why somebody always running around with somebody else's name in their mouth saying, so-and-so said this. Why the fuck do I care? What do you want me to say about it? They wrong? Can say whatever the fuck they want to. They're grown-ass men. Just like I am. Stop that shit. It's a bad habit. It wasn't, like I said, Lion. It wasn't the best movie ever. It wasn't the worst movie ever. I've seen some shitty movies. This wasn't one of them. It's just what it is. I hate to be the one to tell you that shit. I know it don't go along with the mob, but I'm not a follower. Yeah, she did take off quick and saved him after that line. She had a rocket strapped to her ass. And then you found out something about her fucking powers. You found out how she flies. She is semi-intangible when she's flying. Semi-intangible. That's why she couldn't grab Captain Marvel while she was flying. So she's kind of flying like Vision, or who I call Cataract, White Vision, that she can go entangleable while she's flying. So things can't hit her. Because she'll just turn into light. You know what that means? That bitch can go light speed. She could go light speed if she figure out how to do it. She can go light speed. You know, interstellar travel without a spaceship, just like Captain Marvel does. That lets you know who faster right off the bat. That power scaling thing right off the bat. If you understand this shit and watching it and actually thinking about it a little bit, you understand. Damn, nigga, she's faster than Captain Marvel. Yes, she is. Fucking mooks. Yeah, she is. Yeah, I was getting to that line. Don't jump to this. Is my show, nigga. Don't jump the shark. Yeah, he was respected by all the women on that shit. Nobody talks shit to Nick Fury. They questioned stuff, but nobody gave him shit like that. Nobody questioned him like that. And maybe that was the shit they cut out. I don't know. And if they did, good. Because like I said yesterday, I can only judge the movie that was in the theaters. I can't judge the movie that I never saw that was reported to be outside in the first viewing that I wasn't aware of. I can only judge what's in the theater. And that shit wasn't in there. So good. That was a good cut. Props to the editor. Yeah. Left the movie saying, I've seen worse. Yes, I fucking have. And I'm not proud to say that shit either. I'm not. Made her light like feather. Yeah, she was light like feather, nigga. She was out there getting it too. Now, that was a big deal for me. Seeing Spectrum fly in the MCU on screen was a big deal because you've heard me mention it before. The Ultimate Comic Books with the Universal Troubleshooters, right? Blue Marvel, Spectrum, Carol Danvers, America Chavez, the Lifebringer Galactus. That is the OP team. That version of the Ultimates is the OP team. And that was some awesome ass fucking writing. And Al Ewing, thank you. I almost forgot that shit. Al Ewing did an awesome job on that book. I hated that they took him off of that goddamn book. I hated they took him off of that book. But you do well, they're going to move you somewhere else so you can resuscitate some other dumb shit that they ain't fucked up. But that Ultimates, I love. That team of the Ultimates, I love. And Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, is on that fucking team. She ain't the leader, but she on that team. Black Panther is on that team as well. That was the OP team. That was the OP team. Intelligence, power set, resources, knowledge. That was the OP team. I put that team up against anybody because they're going to get fucked up in one or two ways. Intelligence-wise or just brute force, nigga. Shout out to YP Studio. He said, Cataract, that's hilarious. That's what I call him. Look, if you watch WandaVision, you know about White Vision showing up. You know about White Vision. What's a cataract? That's what I call him. That's the perfect name for that character. Cataract. So that's what I call his ass. You hear anybody use that shit, you know where it came from. So peace to you, studio. I'm going to give you your 3B salute, and then I will get to Rainfire because I saw he donated earlier. Let me scroll back down to this shit. Peace, studio. I will give you that 3B And shout out to Rainfire Design for your super chat. I didn't forget you, man. I saw you. I was just in the flow. For the birthday stream, shenanigans. Appreciate you, Rainfire. Shenanigans is a good word. I like that. If you ever play that in Scrabble, let me know. Take a picture of that shit because I don't think you can get that one off. Too many letters. But if you can, let me know. I'm going to use that shit against my mother and my brother. So, piece of Rainfire Designs, I will give you the guts and butts. Appreciate it.
Double up, 3 or 4 times. I ain't telling no lies. Run it up. Never let a hard time on the
And that was Toya. And there was Toya falling out the car again. Getting her butt dusty. Stand up so I can dust you off, sweetie. Let me dust you off. Let me get that off of you right there. No joke. I got that whole Ultimate series. I got that too. I got it in a trade. That was an awesome series. I got the singles and the trade, Herb. You know I was picking that shit up. Bagged and boarded, my nigga. Bagged and boarded. That was an awesome series, and the art was great. Story was great. The Ultimates with the different versions of the universe. That was some hellified writing. That was some creative fucking writing. I'm sorry. It's just what it was. Just what it was. So you see Spectrum flying. Now, one of the other things that was in this movie that I really enjoyed that I wasn't really expecting was the entrance of the cons in this shit. Now, if you didn't watch Ms. Marvel, which I did, I watch all shows. Even if I don't want to, I watch all shows because I do not like talking about something from a position of fucking ignorance. I think it's unfair to you guys. If you respect my opinion, why would I give you an opinion based on something I am ill-informed about? I have not watched. That's leading you astray. That's doing you a disservice, as well as myself. No, I don't like talking from a position of ignorance. So I watched the Ms. Marvel show. Every episode. I enjoyed it for the most part. It was exactly what it should have been. Teenage girl shit. And apparently, I've worked with enough kids that I'm not thrown by teenage girl shit. I understand some of it, like, oh yeah, that's okay. A girl would do some shit like that. I enjoyed it. I liked Iman Vellani. I told you, I thought that girl was cute. She get to be 21 or something like that, she's gonna be a banger. She's gonna be fine as fuck. Motherfuckers are gonna be waiting to download pictures of her ass dressed up in her little dress and stuff so they can beat off to it. Like, she cute. I liked her performance as Kamala Khan. Why? Because I read Kamala Khan's books. I read Ms. Marvel. She captured that character. And you know what the funny part is? She actually read the comics too. That's why she wanted to play the fucking character. That's why she's so invested in the shit. She cares. She is a fucking geek. A comic book reading geek. In the MCU. Playing the character she liked. Dude, is that not wish fulfillment? Because best believe, Wesley Snipes ain't called me to play Blade. Marvel ain't called me to play Blade. Maybe I'm too light-skinned. I don't fucking know. I'd settle for Night Thrasher with the skateboard, nigga. They ain't called me. But if by chance they did, that would be a dream fucking come true. Yes, you don't think I would give 110%? I think I give 110% to some job just doing regular shit. something I really invested in and really like. Oh, come on, man. Come on. Stop fucking around. Don't even play me. Don't even try to play me like that. Now, because I watched the Ms. Marvel show, one of the high points in the show for me that I really enjoyed was the family dynamic with the Khans. Kamala Khan's parents, her mother, her dad, and her brother. The only person that was missing from that shit was the brother's wife, who was a black chick. That's the only person that was missing from that shit. But he kind of mentioned her because he was on the phone talking to her. So that character still exists. That shit was fun. I like seeing them because you get the idea that they love their fucking daughter. They love their child, and they're trying to be supportive in the most strangest fucking situations it could be. Which is dealing in this MCU shit. Right? So what up, Trail? TB coming through here. Like, share, subscribe, support the stream if you feel so inclined. Having the family there made it more fun for me because the family is funny. The family is funny to me. The father is not a dumbass. The brother is not necessarily a dumbass either. They play off each other really well. They have good chemistry. And you feel it when Kamala is talking to her parents that she loves and respects them. And they love her. Want her to be safe, but yeah, you can do that, but goddamn it, you need to be home. Fuck these people. Look, let these people know if something happened to you, I'm going to kill them. That was her mama. Her mama threatened in Pakistani a superhero, letting her know if my daughter gets hurt, I'm going to kill you. Let that bitch know. I was dying. That's funny as shit. That's funny as shit to me. Like, what did that last part? What did she say? She's like, She just said it's okay. No, the fuck she didn't. No, the fuck she didn't say it was okay. No, the fuck she didn't. Tell her what I said. Yeah, tell her. Look, lying though, tell her I said that shit. That sound like a black mama, the one that love you. You know? That sound like what it is. Let that bitch know if you come back in any kind of way messed up, I'm gonna kill her. She gonna die. She was not playing. What's wrong with seeing that some parents actually love their goddamn kid? That made me laugh. It made me feel good. It was in this movie. Oh, fucking well. I'm sorry. I like good feelings. I like good stories with good families being together. That's why I didn't shit all over Blue Beetle. I don't give a fuck that they was all Mexican. So what? I live in California. It's Mexicans all over the place. And I like Latinas. What you want me to be mad about? That a Mexican family loving each other and fighting for each other? Nigga, that's what family's supposed to do. I don't know what y'all goddamn problem is. Y'all be mad about the wrong shit. I like that dynamic. I like them being there. They weren't as annoying as them goddamn family in Transformers 2 that was just in the way screaming and shit. No, man. No. They wasn't the butt of no jokes. They was making jokes, but they wasn't the butt of no goddamn jokes. Because they is letting people know to what for right now. Look, yeah, she can go and do this shit, but you better keep her safe. Or there's going to be some problems for y'all. Fuck all this space station and all the rest of the shit. I don't give a fuck. Make sure my seed come back all right and we'll be good. It was serious. It was on that shit. That shit made me laugh. It made my heart feel good. Now, I didn't think they were going to be in the movie that much. I figured you would see them once and then they would be out of there and you'd be on with the story. No, they stayed in the movie for a bit. And some of the funny bits in there was with them in there. I'm like, oh, well, that's cool. What was the funny shit for the brother? Look, and I'm jumping all over, so don't worry about it. I can't give you the whole play-by-play of the movie because I still got to do a review and you still got to watch the shit if you want to, right? There's another part in the movie where they're falling to Earth in a spaceship. And the brother, who was funny to me, because he kind of deadpan, right? He's funny in the comic too. That's the thing. He's funny in the comic, and then the actor playing him is funny as well. So that's good carryover from the comic to live action, right? He's sitting there praying. He's doing his Muslim prayer. And Nick Fury's like, "Are you praying?" He said, "Don't stop." Hilarious. Because they possibly fall into their death. And he just asked them, "Are you praying?" He said, "Yeah." Well, don't stop. Nick Fury told him to keep praying. Now, this is what's funny to me. This is where I say Sam Jackson got to ad-lib his lines. That's not a Nick Fury thing to say. It's not. But it is a Sam Jackson thing to say. It is it's Sam Jackson's personality. And that's the thing. If you base the character on Sam Jackson, you get him to play that character that looks like him in the movie, do you think you're not going to get him ad-libbing no lines? He get to be whoever the fuck he want to. No, it ain't David Hasselhoff or traditional Nick Fury. It's Sam Jackson Nick Fury. It's Black Fury, man. He get to say whatever the fuck he want to. He the biggest star in that movie. You about to tell him he can't ad-lib no lines? I bet money, dollars to motherfucking donuts or rocks. The Black Girl Magic line is his ad-lib. And that shit, like Trail is saying right here, or Lion is saying right there, sound like amen. Yeah, that's his ad-lib too. I bet those are his ad-libs. That's why they're fucking funny. That's not scripted. That's an actor throwing some of that shit in there. Are you praying? Well, don't stop. Shit, amen. That shit was hilarious to me, right? Now, I'm laughing thinking about the shit. That lets you know, like, I'm laughing thinking about the shit. I had to go up. This Trail jumped in, and now the chat is moving. I like that. Well, Sticky Fingers played, and y'all are the same complexion. That's true, but I ain't no rapper. I mean, not professionally. Nobody pays me to rap. But yeah, Sticky Fingers played Blade. Yeah, but that show only got one season too, nigga. I'm trying to stretch that out. Because I told you, if I was ever an actor, I want to be an action star. And my rider for being an action star is everything and I touch, anything I got to shoot, cut, or whatever with, I'm keeping. So don't put shit in the movie you don't want me to keep, because I'm taking all that shit home. I'm going to have me a fucking war chest. I'm serious. That would be the only reason I want to be an action star. No shit. So like a John Wick movie, nigga, I need that suit and I need those pistols. I don't give a fuck if they the only ones. You should have made two. I don't give a fuck. I need that. Need that. Beastly Nerd said, which gave her a lot of points with me that she's an actual comic fan like RDJ was. Exactly. That's why you've never heard me express any hate for Iman Vellani. That's why I know her fucking name. I did her respect of remembering her goddamn name. I like Iman Vellani. She was one of the reasons why I was watching this movie. It was a good thing for her to get her first major motion picture. She's a young actress, Pakistani at that. Go ahead. Do that shit. And what do you hear from people when you hear these mixed reviews about this movie? What do they always harp on? She was one of the best parts on it. Why? Because she's the one really excited about being there. It carries over. Because it ain't just a job for her. This is a dream come true for her, as well as a job. She got paid to do something she wanted to do anyway. So that Kamala Khan character is pretty much her for real. So she's embodying that character. And get this, just like RDJ, she's the first person to play Kamala Khan ever. Ever. So any performance 10 years from now, 20 years from now, it's going to be based on what she did in this role. That's huge, nigga. Huge. Even if the MCU go through a whole down slump for 20 years, when they reboot it and they try to use these characters again, you're always going to go back to Aman Vellani was the first Kamala Khan. Just like RDJ was the first Iron Man. Always tied together. Always. For some generations that most people don't even give a fuck about. Some other little Pakistani girl somewhere, or some brown-skinned girl somewhere. This is a girl that got to play Kamala Khan. Let that sink in. It's sinking in for her. Yeah, the family was one of the highlights of the movie to me. They were. They added something to the movie, which I wasn't expecting them to be in the rest of the movie, and they weren't a hindrance being in the movie. Trell said he had a blast watching the movies with his sons. Good. That's what you should have when you go to the movies. You should have a blast. You shouldn't be sitting there like, why am I watching this shit? Oh my God. What are they talking about? Get me the fuck out of here. Tell her I said that. They found hard for her too in the house when the dudes. Yeah, them motherfucking family, them cons, they was in there fighting aliens in their house. They not superpowered. They was doing what they can to get some damn aliens in their house. They was going in. They ain't give a fuck, man. They sticking together. I gotta love that. My son said he liked Carol Danvers more in this film. I said before that her character needs a team. Carol is better with a team. She's better not trying to be the leader and everything on her. But yeah, her character was better in this movie. It was. It was more like the character was more likable in this movie, and that's why I say I put that on the director and the writer. Different director. Not as much of a stomp. I'm about to smash the patriarchy on men and shit like that. Different writer. They revived the character a little bit. I mean, for me, Brie could get another movie playing Captain Marvel if she wanted to. After this one, for me, she could get another movie if she carried on this same kind of track with Carol. She could get another movie with that shit. I'd watch one more. You got me dying. I like Latinas. What the fuck you want me to do? Exactly. What the fuck you want me to do? There you go. It was a hot Latina and Blue Beetle. I didn't like them fucking shoes she was wearing, but she was not nothing to hate looking at, nigga. Not at all. Pretty ass. Sorry, I'm sorry. I told you I'm a lesbian. I like women. I don't give a fuck what color they are. They beautiful. They fucking beautiful. I think I'm almost caught up. We all need the help we can get. We need all the help we can get. Yes, you do. I want a shotgun. That energy shotgun. Yeah. Second one, never seen Deadpool, but he pushed for it and got it made. Yeah, because he's a fan. He's a fan of Deadpool. Those usually are the better roles. They got the mob, bro. Look, they had what was in the house. Look, these ain't the military, okay? These are regular people in their fucking house. What did they grab? Now, they should have had a pistol, but they Pakistani. They probably, they show up to get some firearms and shit like that. They probably end up on a watch list. So they use what they got. Look, Chinese people back in the day when people rolled into their town with shit, what did they start using? Farm tools, which turned into martial arts weapons. Sickles, bow staffs and shit, and sticks. Sticks and cutting implements, motherfucker. Them farm tools. Use what you got. Blue Beetle is coming on to HBO Max in a few days. It's coming on to Max in a few days. You should watch that shit. You see they family dynamic in that movie. And see if it doesn't resonate a bit with what the family dynamic that was in Black Adam. and how these movies get more fan love because they have that family dynamic, and then get more critical shame because of the family dynamic. And then ask yourself, what do they really give a fuck about? Now, Trail's another one. Trail and Lion always love jumping the shark and trying to lead the conversation from the chat. Spoiler alerts. Now, after all this body swapping stuff, you eventually get Carol, Monica, and Kamala all together on Carol's ship. Now, this is the part I thought was actually really good, because you finally see what the issue is with Monica not wanting to see Carol, not really wanting to talk to Carol. And this is the shit that's glanced over by other reviewers of how actually important this is. Now, I will debunk something else. There is not a lot of front loading for all of this shit. It's not like you have to watch a whole bunch of shit to understand who these people are and what the fuck was going on with them. It's not. If you saw WandaVision, which wasn't terrible, to me it wasn't terrible. You might be mad that Quicksilver, played by the dude from Fox who played Quicksilver, was actually an actor named Boner. Well, that's kind of funny. But if you watch WandaVision, you understand where Monica Rambeau got her powers from and how they're different. Her origin of her powers is different than the comic book. But you understand how her powers were manifesting even in that show. And how she ended up in space anyway. That's probably 2 episodes you can watch and find that shit out. Now, if you watch the Ms. Marvel show, you got a couple of episodes you can figure out where the fucking bangle came from as well. And why Captain Marvel ended up back on Earth at the end of it. What was going on. Now, I don't think that front loading is any more significant than that bullshit they were trying to peddle to us in Ahsoka. Or that bullshit that you would need to be able to watch Endgame and enjoy it. Because you need fucking 10 years of front loading. So that's a disingenuous argument to me. Because I can tell you this, watching Ahsoka for 8 episodes and having not watched Clone Wars or Rebels, I didn't watch all of Clone Wars, and I didn't watch none of goddamn Rebels. And all that other bullshit he was throwing into that show was a convoluted piece of shit. I'm mad at Dave Filoni for that fucking show. I'm mad at him for what he did in the Star Wars universe with that fucking show. With just looking at it and realizing, if somebody who hadn't watched that shit be able to watch this show and enjoy it, no fucking way. Because they don't know what the fuck is going on at all. Well, at least in this movie, this 90-minute, almost 2-hour movie, which could be like 6 episodes of a Disney Plus show, you at least got the understanding of who these fucking characters are, what are they doing, and what their powers are, and what the stated mission and goal is for this movie. And they got on with that shit. Dave couldn't do that in 6 episodes. His best, most concise episode was the last one. So I don't want to hear that shit. I sat through fucking Ahsoka, irritated. And I sat through this movie, pleasantly surprised. So I don't want to hear that. It's another disingenuous fucking complaint. Now, what you get if you watched any of that shit is that the issue between Monica Rambeau and Carol Danvers is not simply because Carol never came back. What you get from the scene in this Marvel's movie is that Carol did come back. She came back a couple of times. You know why Monica don't know that shit? Because she was fucking blipped away. She was blipped for 5 years. So she didn't see her mother get better and then the cancer come back. She didn't see her mama, Lashana Lynch, she has come back talking to her best friend, Monica's auntie Carol, and telling her you need to take care of that stuff out there. She wasn't there for that fucking conversation. And you know what? By the time Monica came back and she was unblipped, her mama was dead. So her mama couldn't tell her that conversation. All she remembers, like I explained to y'all with the Black Widow shit, all she remembers is from one instant to the next. And 5 years passed. You missed a lot, bitch. You missed a lot. Yeah, mama gone, died. No, she was getting better. She died years ago. You missed it. Not your fault, but you did. And Carol never came back. You don't know that shit. She just ain't came back in your time. But she did come back. And then she left again because, I don't know, her best friend in the fucking world died. And you were gone. Was she supposed to come check in every year to see if you showed up? She don't know when the fuck you coming back, blip, baby. Come on, man. Now, the little girl who idolized her auntie and wanted to be like her auntie, I can understand her being pissed off about that shit. But there's a lot of shit that she don't fucking know because she wasn't there for 5 years. So she don't know how many times her auntie came back. And since she won't fucking talk to her like women will do, you don't get no resolution on that shit, do you? You don't find out those answers because you don't ask those goddamn questions of the people who can answer them. You run from the knowledge. You don't run to it. Yes, Lion. Monica or Maria and Carol had a conversation while Monica was blipped. She was back on Earth with Maria when the cancer reemerged. They have the whole scene is in there. It's in the movie. That's emotional shit. Because for the first Captain Marvel movie, that was the only part that really resonated with me. Which that friendship between the two of them seemed real. That's her girl. They went through the military, flight school, all that shit together. Baby, husband, auntie to the kid, all that shit. That's her girl. You want to call them lesbians all day? Do what the fuck you want to, man. I don't understand why two people of the same gender who actually close all of a sudden got to be gay. Y'all need to stop that propaganda shit. Quit it. They close. She was there when her daughter was blipped away. Seeing her mother getting sick. Her best friend getting sick and dying from fucking cancer. I've seen that. It ain't a pretty fucking sight. Monica don't know that because Monica was blipped. She wasn't here. Carol was here on Earth with Monica's mama watching her deteriorate and having that conversation. Go do what you need to out there. Don't be here. And Carol telling her you will beat this. And Maria telling her, I don't know about it this time. Go do what you need to out there. Real shit. Real shit. So, because they had this mind melding using this scroll memory technology that Carol uses to do therapy on her fucking self. And the three of them, Carol, Kamala, and Monica, all are sharing these memories and getting to see this. You got Monica understanding what the fuck was going on with Carol, why you hadn't seen her, where she was while your ass was gone, her memories, how she felt about being there with your mama dying. That was huge character growth for them because it bonds, it seals that relationship. It seals that breach in that relationship where you understand, you know what, I was kind of being silly. Yeah, you fucking were. Better talk to that goddamn woman. You don't know what the fuck was going on. You weren't here for 5 fucking years. Do you think everything stopped because it stopped for you? Fuck out of here. That's why Monica was upset, because Carol told her she'd be right back. When Carol left, she went out there to holler and destroyed the Supreme Intelligence. This is the timeline. When she destroyed the Supreme Intelligence, she started that holla civil war. And she saw what she did. And she was out there trying to fix it. She told Monica that shit. 30 years. How old is Monica now? Because her hero she looked up to never came back, she was harboring that resentment. But she don't understand the fact you were gone for 5 years, bitch. You don't know what happened. You don't know how many times this chick came back. And you wasn't there to see her. And by the time you did come back, your mama gave her her blessings to go off and just do what needs to be done. She ain't been back since then. You missed it. She did come back. You missed it. That's on you. Deal with your fucking traumas and stop blaming everybody else. That's what the message in that was. You got to communicate with people and communicate with the people you need to be talking to, not all these side people who don't know the fucking issues. That's what the message was. That was growth. To me, that was growth. Why? Because Monica grew the fuck up and understand, no, the woman did keep her word. You weren't there to see it. So you mad about nothing. And Carol had to grow up that I made some mistakes and I was out there trying to fix it. I fucked up. I'm not the hero you think I am. And then you got Kamala Khan sitting there understanding her hero is a person. An imperfect person. The idolization went out the fucking window because she saw her as just a woman. Trying to do the best she can. And fucking up along the way. And now trying to fix it and not knowing how. You want to know how that turned around? By the end of this movie, who has the idea on how to fix it for Carol? To fix the shit Carol fucked up? Monica. Monica told her how to fix the shit. Carol been running around with her powers for fucking decades at this point. She never figured out how to fix the shit. It took the little girl who idolized her to say, no, you can actually do that with your powers. Because she's the brain. Carol ain't a brain. She's just a fast-moving object. Yeah, she was struggling. That was real growth for that character. That made that fucking character humble. She was struggling like fuck. Lonely and struggling. Only thing that was missing from her ass to make her a modern woman is a glass of goddamn wine. And Kevin Samuels playing on a spaceship. That's the only thing missing. Because she was alone. She didn't have no dog. She had a flirkin and no glass of wine. And at fucking least, she was there trying to get some therapy for herself. with that scroll device to fix her broken fucking mind and traumas. The fuck out of here. It was a terrible fucking movie. It was a lot of layers in that shit if you paid some fucking attention, assholes. That was a good scene too. Smander said, from watching a lot of review commentary, I get the undertone of not enough white people in power fueling a negative opinion. Exactly. That's why I say you have to understand the perspective that the reviewer is coming from. You have to take that into account. I don't give a fuck what they say. Listen to them. Go back, listen to what they say about every movie that they really shit on from Marvel, and look what the common denominator is about them. Look at the ones they praise and look at the ones they shit on. And what you will always see, the ones they praise is always the white lead, and the ones they shit on is always the ethnic lead. That's why they don't like Nick Fury right now. Because he ain't classic white Nick Fury. That's what it is. And I don't fault them for it. You can have your opinion. You can have your bias. That's all well and good. Please have it. Just raise your flag so we know where you stand. Because I'm going to stand on my square. I'm stand on my square. I'm just making sure you stand on yours and mark it. No, I never got the couple notion from them, but you know what everybody was trying to push, especially in the first movie, that they was damn near girlfriends. And it was people like my boy JT having to come in here and say, excuse me, Maria got a whole husband. That is not accurate to the comic. Maria got a whole husband, and Monica Rambeau idolized her father, not Captain Marvel. But they twisted that shit all up because they put Carol Danvers out before the original Captain Marvel, which is Monica Rambeau. That is the first female Captain Marvel. If you read fucking comic books, you know this shit. It came up for a little bit after the Captain Marvel movie. And because of that, people were really looking at that shit closely. They start depowering the Captain Marvel character in the comic books. I mean, not the Captain Marvel character, the Spectrum Monica Rambeau character. They start depowering her because she's been around longer than Carol Danvers' Captain Marvel. And it's actually reversed in the comic books. Carol Danvers idolized Monica Rambeau. And taking on that Captain Marvel name was kind of coming from her. They twisted the shit in the MCU. So when Monica was explaining the science, funny, they showed Monica graduated from Rice. So yeah. Monica Rambeau in the MCU is a science nerd. She's the brain. I heard somebody else trying to describe this team with the three of them together is that Kamala is the heart and Carol is power and strength, and they didn't really know shit about Monica, so they didn't want to give her anything. I said, Monica is the brains, dummy. Kamala is the heart. Monica is the brains. Carol is the brawn. Because Carol like punching shit. But she was in the military. She's a soldier. She ain't the brains. Even on that Ultimates team I like, she was not the brains. You got Blue Marvel and Black Panther there. Where the fuck you think Carol fitting in that situation? She ain't even the most powerful. but she played her fucking role well. And I ain't hating on her. Yeah, so Monica is the brains of the operation. She know what the fuck is going on out in space. That's why she told Carol how to fix Holla's son. 30 years she couldn't figure that shit out. Because Carol ain't brains. Fly fast and hit shit. That's Carol. She's a fighter pilot. Not known for being the tactical people. My son and I talked about the bad reviews mostly are the white guys hoping to see other white guys. They hurting. They're hurting right now. And make no mistake about it. I don't shit on guys not wanting to see guys represented. I don't shit on that. I'm a guy. I get that a little bit. I do. I don't like seeing guys disrespected in movies by fucking women. That's not good. It's not. But understand, there is a such thing as that you can have female-led movies and they be good movies. Just because your ass ain't represented it don't mean that it's not a good fucking movie. Everything don't have to revolve around your ass. Okay, the world has turned a little bit where some other people get some shine other than you. I've been watching movies for a long time. Most of the characters that I love and actors that I love was all fucking white dudes. You don't see me sitting up here bitching. They make black movies, some of them good, some of them not. But that's why I gravitate to shit like Blade and stuff like that. That's why when you hear me saying I like the Underworld franchise, yeah, I think Kate Beckinsale is hot. I like British chicks. I do. I like chicks with accents. Don't matter. But I'll also give credit to the writer who's that black dude, Kevin Gruvos. I also give him a lot of credit because he wrote that shit. He wasn't just in there being a big meathead in that shit. He actually wrote it. That's also why I like it. What up, Ilongo Savage? Yeah, I saw that. I saw the camera freeze. Don't worry about it. Yes, Carol was Ms. Marvel originally, which leads to another point. I brought it up yesterday on the stream. Carol has had a bunch of names, y'all. Just like the original Captain Marvel, Monica Rambeau has had a lot of names. She has. You know what one of Carol's names was? Binary. You know where she was? On the X-Men. Out in space, fucking with them. So, y'all let me know if the camera is still frozen because it's not frozen on my side. Give me a 1 if the camera is still frozen. I'm about at the 4-hour mark. I might have to start and stop. They gonna fuck with me, y'all. Don't fuck with me, y'all. Damn, it still froze? Fucking hell, dude. How can I fix this? Let's see if this fixes it real quick. All right, what about now? Give me a 1 if it's still frozen. Thank you for that, Herb, that the audio was fine. It's still frozen on the screen? Are you sure, Swift? Give it a second, because I know y'all got a delay on your end. I'm being still. I can't just sit up here and move around. Yeah, I just reloaded it. You got a black screen? Well, I am black. I'm not that dark, though, but I am black. Let me check this shit. Black screen? I interrupted the flow for a minute. Because I hit the reload button on that shit. So let's see if it clears up. Give it a second. Cutting my flow, guys. I apologize for the problems. So I always got some fucking issues. Always some issue. It is just straight black screen. Am I up here? And reload. No, I'm not sitting in pitch black screen. That's just a camera. Let's see. Looks like it's loading. It loaded, but you're not seeing any picture. I'm looking at the goddamn stream right now. So what the fuck, dude? Maybe they shut me off because I was talking about white folks. Nothing's covering the lens. Nothing is covering the lens. It's just not getting the feed from my fucking camera, apparently. Because I can see myself on my screen, but you guys are not seeing me, which is stupid as fuck. And that seems like it's on the StreamYard side, not my side. Unless it's a YouTube side. It says streaming in HD, 720. Yeah, somebody got mad. Because I saw they stream just went live. Let me go out and come back in and see if that corrects it. You're right, Arya. Welcome to the sexy sounds of Artisans. Artisan's sexy geek talk for all you ladies. Okay, what the fuck is going on with the camera? I've left and came back, and the camera is still not showing. There's nothing over the camera. This thing has not moved. I really hate fucking technical difficulties. Especially when there's no reason for the technical difficulties. That makes no goddamn sense in the world. Because I can see myself, so the camera is streaming. Fucking dumbass shit, dude. Oh my goodness. And it's still showing a black screen. Why is it still showing a fucking black screen, dude? This is fucking upsetting. This is motherfucking upsetting. All the camera controls. Let's try this one more time. I'm going to try to reload it one more time, y'all. Hold tight. And I'm back again. Okay, so you can see my audio avatar. What the fuck, dude? This is StreamYard. This is fucking StreamYard. Because it can't be YouTube because they're actually playing the video. I'm watching the video right now. This is a StreamYard thing because nothing has happened with this goddamn camera. It ain't moved. It's not unplugged. None of that shit. Fucking hell, dude. I really hate these people. This is really chapping my fucking ass. Fucking up my whole goddamn stream with this shit. Yeah, it's gonna be at fuck you is what it's gonna be at, no one. Makes absolutely no goddamn sense, dude. All right. I can't keep doing a black stream, so you guys give me 3 minutes and I'll come back because I want to finish talking about this Marvel shit. So I am going to end the stream, start another one, and make sure that see if that resets the damn camera. Because there's nothing in front of the camera. It has not moved. And since you can hear my voice, you should be able to see the picture. I don't know why it's not doing that, but I'm going to end this stream and start another one real quick. So hopefully you guys hang with me so we can finish talking about this shit. So I'll be back in a moment. So sub to the stream so you'll get the alert. And I will see you guys momentarily. So, an intermission banner. Should I use an intermission banner so I can join the shit together later on? Yeah, I'll give you this one. It's the outro for the artisanmc. So I'll be back in a second.